Eniola Ezekiel Adeya, kí ló fa hùn? Kemi Abiola Shobiye, how are you, my sister Jere? Good boy, you're welcome. Good morning, good afternoon. Was delivered when? Felicia Udusanya, good afternoon. Merry Christmas. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I'm under the weather a little bit. Good afternoon. Please help me to share on Facebook. Imagine flag you are. Diamond Flakes, how are you? Thank you. Good afternoon. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí YouTube. Please, if you can hear me on YouTube, let me know. Timi Adegun, how are you? So that means you can hear me, right? I want to be sure everybody is hearing me. Auntie Adetutu, ẹ káàsán mà. Ẹ kú àṣeyẹ ìní. That's a lie. That's a lie. Michael Abiodun, that's a lie. Elijah Daniel, how are you? Manuel Friday, how are you? TikTok guys, how are you guys? If you are hearing me, how are you guys? How are you? Sorry, I came out late. I'm a bit under the weather, so I woke up a bit late this morning. So, pardon my 20 minutes or is it 30 minutes lateness? Pardon it, okay? I know I told you between 11 12. So, I'm sorry, I use African time. Hi guys, how are you? Thanks for joining me. Please, on Facebook and YouTube, please help me to share. And please, don't forget to... Judunwa Chuku, Enyara New York, how are you? If Eliora, how are you? Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, good afternoon. Bidemi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good afternoon. I have to Bidemi Belu, Bidemi Titilayo, Olayinka. Good afternoon, every one of you. Thanks for joining me. David Lloyd, good afternoon. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. I'm bringing somebody here like I promised you yesterday and last week. The person has an experience that she wants to share with us. And like I always tell you, please do not do victim blaming. If I want to do my show, when people come out to talk about their experience, I will not tolerate you blaming anybody. So please take note of that. All right. So while I'm waiting for them, kindly help to love and like and share. So if you are just getting to see my page, my name is Auntie Aduni, and the name of my page is Real Talk with Auntie Aduni. If you are just getting to see this page, if you are just a new subscriber on my YouTube, a new follower on my TikTok, and a new follower on my Facebook, I will let you know that I speak on religion, especially Pentecostal pastors specifically. So when I see any wrongdoings from them, I talk about it. So if you are a favorite of your pastor, or your pastor is your favorite, I want to give you heads up. You will not like me, okay? You won't like me. So I'm giving you heads up. But please behave in a civil manner. Don't behave like Agbiru on my page, okay? God call them. Antibody, I can concentrate to your law. God call them. You won't believe that I went back to that show yesterday and I was laughing seriously. Thank you, Jere Jude. I know you are with me. I know you guys are here with me. And they will have chased me off social media. It is you people that is not allowing them. Mary, thank you very much. Good afternoon. So thank you for joining me. I don't know if you are, I can't see. I know I have people here. Okay, gifter only. Good afternoon. Okay, I am seeing some greetings on TikTok now. So I'm just using the time for people to join us before we start. Okay, so this is how we do it here. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. Don't mind me, I like singing. This is how we do it. This is how we do it on this page, yo. So you just have to get used to us. Tiki, good afternoon. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. So it's Sunday afternoon. Solomon Oyewole, how are you? You're welcome, everyone. Bimbola Brian, how are you? I see you guys. I'm not trying to, in case I don't call your name, no say I purposely omit to. I won't do that. El Carito on TikTok, how are you? Raji Tolashe, how are you? Rich Tiger, good afternoon. So, welcome. Now, God call them. God call them. That is our new slogan. And the name of our page, Real Talk with Auntie Aduni, also known as God call them. God call them. I am very sure that is Awu Alata. Very, very sure. Good evening, Prince Will. How are you? Good afternoon, everybody. World politics. Yes, I like gossip too much. Gossip is interesting. So what do you want to do about that? Go call them. Now go call them. Auntie ABC. Auntie ABC be origi never binu. Auntie ABC, if you don't greet me, no problem. Ever binu. Sunday night, going back to work tomorrow. You're supposed to be on holiday. You don't take holiday. Pascal, how are you, Jerry, my baby? I get some babies on this page. You apricot with spice. You're welcome, Jerry, my darling sweetheart. We love gossip. Don't mind them. Please, we. Now that what everyone take it is courageous. We love free gossip. All right. I think these guys should be here now. Let me try and call them. I expect them to be here with me now. Let me just do it. No, not mobile call. So that they can join us. I told you last time that every one of us know Tobi Adegboyega, right? Pastor Tobi Adegboyega. I hear some people saying, don't call, thank you, Lady Umasukomi. Don't call him pastor. He's a pastor. He's Pastor Tobi Adegboyega. He get church. He said, don't call him pastor. Now, when they do something, you don't want to associate with, you say, don't call them pastor. And you know what? It's not different from all the other pastors. Who, the only thing is that they do it in a different way. So, we are talking about Tobi. So call me. Sorry, we know the rush for this page. We know the rush. No vex. We know the rush. If you want to watch show here, you have to be ready. So, they say, don't call him pastor. He's a pastor. So, today, there is somebody that has an experience about that said she has an experience with the lawyer. I learned the lawyer by name Dele Olawanle as a church too. And that person said, you know, lady, they should answer me now. I'm trying to see if somebody send invites. Hello? Okay. Moti wa online. Excuse me, Moti wa online. Hello? Hello, can you hear me? Shelly Bomi. Okay, so I thought you said you want to join me on TikTok. Okay, then you send a request, but you don't have to put on your camera. Okay. Yes. So send me request. You will see where to send request, then I will add you. So people can start listening to you. Yeah, all right. So while we are waiting for her to join me, so she wants to use her mouth to tell us what happened to her. She be na say God call them. Now God call them. We know say God no call them. Now God call them. Meaning they collect people money. Now God call them. Make they dey establish universities where people no fit afford. Now God call them, make dem no dey help the less privileged. Now God call them, make the less privileged no matter to them after they don't collect the money of the less privileged. Now God call them. We are not saying God no call them. Now God call them. You will pardon me, I feel they sneeze, because I'm under the weather. I'm under the weather, so you guys are going to be hearing me sneezing. I get flu. Where they worry me. So help me to share, love and like, and invite somebody to come and hear. I want to tell you a story. Mo ní láti tètè lògùn. Kí ni tí affect mi gan? I'm waiting, Abi, they don't know how to add. Let me see. You don't know how to join. Ẹ má bínú o. I'm under the weather. Ó dẹ̀ ṣe bẹ̀rẹ̀ padà ni o. I want to tell you a story. No be story, yo. I want to tell you a story. No be story, yo. Wetin e be gist. Wetin e be gist. If they don't know how to join, maybe she can call in. You are keeping people waiting. But I would have preferred you join on the live stream. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? I didn't get that.
We're trying to join you, but I don't know what happened. It must be the network.
Okay, so what do we do now?
Yeah, we'll join you.
Okay.
Yeah. The other lady will join you right away.
Okay. Can you send me a TikTok name so I will know if she's the one before I will add the wrong person?
Okay.
Send it to me. Send it. No, I'm not using the other line. This is the line you will send it to. This line I'm using to talk to you.
This one you're using to talk to me? Okay.
Yes.
I'm sorry now.
Yeah. Prince will not mind them. It is a way to shut us up so that we will not talk. This woman aproko too much. This woman can do aproko too much. If I no do aproko, wetin I gain? If I no do this kind of aproko, wetin I gain? If I no do aproko to show the kind of people, the people you are calling children of God, men of God. Good evening, Jere Oyinda. If I no do this kind of aproko, wetin I gain? Now, people wey come dey watch, wey no use head, go think say na aproko. Person wey get head go know say no be aproko. So you can call it any name you like. It's all in the way to discourage me. This woman no get job. I no get job, just like your pastors. This woman no get children wey go speak to her. Your pastor dey speak to them as dem dey collect money, people money, they take train them. As dem dey collect money, stylishly they steal. Their children no talk to them. Their children no feel ashamed. Say dem dey call their papa gbewiri. Wetin I do? Kí lẹ ṣe mi? I go do this aproko. And this kind of aproko I dey like itself. Na correct aproko. Oya o. And you know what I'm holding on? I want them to join us so that you can hear from the horse's mouth to me. This is from the horse's mouth. That's why I'm waiting. Hello, I am online. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n wo orúkọ ẹni yẹn. Maybe the person. Oh, okay. I've seen you now. All right. Hold on. Let me try and see if I can. But you should be able to. You don't know how to hide. I've seen you. I've seen your name. So you should be able to send me requests. Then I had you. Shay. Yes, I have seen your name. Yeah, I've seen she's online. She should send me request. The button of request is on the left side where you have host and guest. Then she should click on the guest. Then I will add her. Click on the guest. It will tell me, give me notification. Then I will add you. Okay, good. Good. I have accepted. Good. Okay, increase volume. Good morning, Shay. Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Shay, I've added you. Auntie Yemisi, àmọ́ náà Auntie Yemisi, Auntie Bọ́lá, mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi ṣe nǹkan kan lórí TikTok. Mo fẹ́ kẹ́ bá mi record session yìí lórí TikTok ẹ jọ̀ọ́. Shay, I've added you. Can you hear me? Unmute, unmute, unmute. Check if you are muted, then unmute. Oh, shoot. Okay. If I'm adding you, please try to unmute so that we can hear you. Okay. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, yes, we can hear you.
Oh, finally. So apologies for that, Ma.
That's
I
okay.
had a call. Then another app was using the microphone. That's why I had to
Okay.
set everything again.
Okay. So can you guys hear her on Facebook, on YouTube? Can you hear her? Shay, can you say hello to everybody so we'll be sure they can hear you?
Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, everyone.
You go use Niger voice is small, oh.
I don't have that.
I know, but what I mean is that maybe a bit louder. You know, Nigerians, we are kind of.
Good evening, everybody. Oh, good evening.
Can you hear her now? Okay, they say they can hear you on YouTube. Thank you.
Wonderful.
On Facebook, can you hear? Please confirm before we go ahead. Ẹ bá mi share on Facebook. Share o. A fẹ́ kí kíní work gbòòrò gan for a reason o. Please, ẹ bá mi share video yìí ní orí Facebook. A fẹ́ kó wọ ìgboro gidi gan. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́. A fẹ́ kó wọ ìgboro gidi gan. Ẹ bá mi share. Call parents. Ẹ jẹ́ kán bọ́ síbí. Call young ones. Ẹ jẹ́ kán bọ́ síbí. Let them come and listen and learn. And please, you know my protocol on my page. When people are coming to talk about and share their experience, I don't tolerate victim blaming on my page. If I see you blame victim with your comments, I will block you. Okay? And once I block people, nobody comes to me and say, Auntie, ẹ bá mi block Elagbaja, ẹ bá mi unblock. I don't answer. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká jà, please. All right. So good afternoon, everyone. Here we have Shay with us. She is here to tell us some things. I will let her do the talking. And here we go. Shay, I'm going to leave the floor for you and let you speak and talk about your experience.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm very grateful to everybody. I would like to say thanks to you, Ma, for the platform, and also to Auntie Lara if she's listening, because honestly, I would not have come online to say anything if not for her encouragement, if I can put it that way. I'm going to keep it brief. I'm not going to say too much for now because it is a lot. I will start by saying I just turned 36, and this my experience, my ordeal with this man, Dele Olawanle, has been a part of my life since I was 18 going on 19. So you can imagine that half of my life I have struggled and suffered because of the actions of this man. And how it started was I was working with him. In the UK, when you finish college, you're at the age of 18. College is like sixth form. I know you're in the States, Ma, so I know it works differently. But I didn't follow my friends to university because I was unsure of what to do. So I took a gap year out, and he said I should come and work for him. And I was excited to do that because my plan was to study law. And in studying law, I thought I needed experience, as you do. You always need experience, and you'll need someone to guide you on the steps that you need to take for a law career. So he said I should work for him, and I was grateful. I was really happy because I think it had been mentioned before, I come from a single parent home. I'm very grateful for my mom because she's done everything to raise me to be the person that I am today. And my mom did her absolute possible best. And I say this because I don't want people to think that, where was she, his mom, in all of this? My mom was right there. And I think it's important for me to mention that because I know people will say, where is this girl's mommy? She was there. And anyway, so when I started working for him, we had another lady that was working with him also. I will not say her name in case she's watching or she just doesn't want her name to be out there. And it was just the two of us and him working in his law office.
You are fading off gradually.
Can you hear me better now?
You are fading off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Better?
Yes, we can hear you better now.
Okay. So it was me and this other lady working in his law office. So it's for years. I worked with him for 7 years. It was just the three of us in that office, no one else. That one man and two women, being the youngest. Now, born and raised in the UK, he's obviously a Nigerian man, and the other lady also, she is of Nigerian descent, and she came here. I mentioned that because I want you to understand the dynamics of that office setup. I'm very different to them. They are very different.
Please, if you are going to distract us, I will take you down. Let me take you down, please. Can you please go down? Take away your down. Please, is either you mute or you exit for now. Can you please? Go ahead, Shay. You are distracting us.
Thank you. So, at the time, I have to mention, I forgot to mention, also I was a part of his church. I've been part of his ministry with my mom and my stepdad from when I was 14, 15. So I was still in secondary school when I knew this Dele Olawanle until he branched out and started his own ministry and his own law firm, I believe in the same year, if I'm not mistaken. And so I'm now working in that law firm. And issues that happen in the church.
Which country is this?
This is the United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. You said he has a ministry.
Yes, he does.
What is the name of the ministry?
The ministry is called Winners Kingdom International Christian Center. He used to be part of CAC, Christ Apostolic Church, WOSEM, but he left that ministry to start Winners Kingdom in 2004, I believe, or 6 or so. I can't remember, to be honest.
Okay.
But he started his own ministry in 2004 or so. And as you can imagine, church issues get mixed up with work sometimes because I'm working with him. And there were some incidents that happened in the church. And so when I get to work, he will sit me down and say, Asheyi, this is how you should live your life. This is how you should do your life. And me, as a young girl, impressionable, not knowing anything, I will listen to him. And I don't know my dad. I've never had my dad in my life. It's just been me and my mom and my siblings. And he was aware of that. And one of the ways he I would say, planted himself into my life was to make himself a father figure. And, I trusted him at 18, 19 years old. You would. What do I know? Yes. I don't know anything. He said he wants to be a father to me. He said he sees potential in me. He said I'm capable of greatness. And all those nice things that a father would say to their child. And I believed him and I trusted him. And that's how he'll be encouraging me from time to time. I'm getting somewhere, I promise. That's how he'd be encouraging me from time to time. And he will come sometimes when work is less busy. He will tell me to sit down and he will share what I now call ministry insights. Because he's a pastor, he will start preaching to me, basically. And on this fateful day, and I remember this day is 2009 or so, and he said I should come and sit down, as he usually does, that he wants to talk to me. And we talked, and he asked me about my life and where I want to be. And he said that he sees I'm such a good girl, respectful, I'm serving God, I'm working, and he wants to really be there for me. I said, thank you, sir. That's nice. I felt good about it. And so he said, I'm going to be your father from now on. I said, great, thank God, though. I have a father now. I really felt that. He stood up and he said, Sheyi, come and hug me. And I said, last, a father's hug. And I hugged him and I embraced him. And I felt emotional. I felt happy, as you would. All for this man to bring his hand down to my breast. And when he noticed that I was startled, I pulled back and he said, no, it's okay. It's okay. And I said, in my mind, I was thinking like, is this thing normal? Because I don't have a daddy. It's only someone with a father that will know whether this thing is normal or not. I was honestly confused in that moment because does somebody's dad press their breasts?
How old were you then?
At this point now, I think I was 19.
Wow.
Yes. Does somebody's daddy press their breast? I don't know. And I felt so uncomfortable because now I've built trust with this man. I respect this man. And he feels that I trust him too. Where do I go from here? And he said, it's okay. And I think he gave me a peck on the forehead. And that day went like that. I didn't tell anyone. I just kept it to myself. And because in the end, I felt like if I say this to someone will say I'm lying. Who is going to believe me? And he's a lawyer too. He's skillful with his words, very manipulative person. And I didn't say anything. And that's how it was going on. Any small thing, come and give me a hug. And I think because he noticed that I was startled the first time he tried to touch my breast, he relaxed on it a little bit. He didn't apologize or he didn't say, sorry, I did that to you. He just, I think, observed and acted accordingly going forward. And I took it in good faith because I had some sort of gratitude to him because I felt like he was helping me to create a good image for myself. I'm not in school at the moment. I'm working with him. I want to be this great person. So I felt like I had to stick with him because my first instinct was to just never go back there again. But I said, no, I don't want people to say, because it's tied with church, his church members know I'm working for him. And because of an incident that happened in church members, they said to him that I should not work with him, that he should have nothing to do with me. And he was always telling me that our church member said this, so that Sheyi, you should be honored to be working with me, basically. You should feel lucky to be working with me. And so me too, I felt like, if I now go and leave, people will say that, you see, we said so. And then I'm also thinking about my mom, because that woman has tried, and all the work that I want to do going forward at this point is to make her proud. So I just endured the rubbish. I just endured. And as time got by, it got worse. I would be minding my business, doing my work. This man will come into the small cubicle that I had in his office, and he'll put his hand down my bra and be fondling my nipple. And when he can see there is discomfort on my face, he will tell me no, to sit still, that it's okay. And he knows ordinarily, I did not ask for this thing. No. He will put his hand and be fondling my nipple. I will be photocopying on my own. He will put his hand up my skirt, either tap my bum or be fondling my bum and touching me in very disgusting ways.
Please try and mind the words, because there are some words that are not acceptable.
I apologize.
No,
Thank
that's
you.
okay. That's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, he would be touching my private parts inappropriately while at work. Bear in mind, I mentioned that there's another lady working in this office too.
That office, Shay, the office, is it the church office or is chamber?
It's his legal office.
His legal
law
office. Okay.
Yes.
And as at this time, he was a pastor already.
He was a pastor already, established pastor already.
Established pastor.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. And
in this office, because he moved offices, this office from this period of 2009, I can remember, it was in an industrial estate. There are no cameras. There is no CCTV anywhere, nothing. So it's my word against his. And what he does conveniently is, this other lady that works with him, she'd been working with him before I started. She will not be around.
Why?
Because it will give him the freedom to do with me what he wishes.
Oh, okay. So that only two of you will be in the office.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So you will purposely send her away, send her on errand.
Yes.
If I get you right. Okay. Go ahead.
Only two of us will be in the office. And someone has asked to mention his name. I'm going to repeat it for that person, billionaire. His name is Dele Olawanle, DeleOlawanle. And his church is Winners Kingdom. He's a very horrible man, and he's a disgusting, despicable human being. It's very difficult for me actually to share this story because I'm still very traumatized by it.
I know.
So I do apologize if it's very stop and start, or if it feels like I'm going back, because
no, that's fine. Do it. I've told you, do it your own way. I know what trauma is. Okay. Remember, we spoke about this, and I told you, I said it might not be easy for you. Do it your own way, your pace, your energy. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma. So I had a boyfriend also at this time, and that one noticed that I'm acting funny, because how would your boyfriend want to embrace you or touch you and you'll be pushing him away? And I couldn't tell him, because how do you present that information to someone? And I'm bringing this up because in hindsight, I wish I said something to him, because I feel like if I said something to my then boyfriend, he might have been able to stop it, or at least
And
give me
help.
the
Yeah.
to do something. This man was very controlling. I missed out on all my, as a young girl, you should go out with your friends, experience new things in life. I didn't do any of that. My own life, and he told me this. He said, your life should be a triangle. Your life should be church, work, home. That's what he said. Church, work, home.
Wow.
Yes.
That is like you shouldn't have any other social life apart from that.
That's it. I should just be coming to work and going home.
Wow.
And then I'm 19, going on 20. What am I meant to do with my life apart from enjoyment after my studies? Church, work, home. And I tried my best to abide with that. And my boyfriend at the time was also part of the church. And thankfully for him, because of
he was a member of the church too.
He was a member of the church.
Dele's church. This same man's church.
This same man's church, yes.
Jesus is coming. Your noise is affecting us. Can you mute yourself? Can you please mute yourself, or you go off for now? Báwo náà ṣe máa ń yọ àwọn èèyàn kúrò? Disconnect. Ẹ padà wá. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my boyfriend at the time, thanks to him, I was able to enjoy little things like going to the cinema. He would take me out and do things like that. So I was able to have a little bit of enjoyment, because outside of that, I had no life, none whatsoever. I was very, very boxed. And so when I can't remember how he found out about my boyfriend, but when he found out, he was very, very, very angry. And he said, no. He said, I must stop dating that guy. And I must never have anything to do with him. I just focus on going to work and church. That's it. And that's how we broke up. We still tried to keep the relationship, but that's how controlling the man was. To the point that I think because of our relationship, this man went to church to say, no dating in church. If you want to get married, you come to me, to tell you how controlling he is. He said no dating in church. No dating. And that's how me and my first boyfriend, broke up. And it was the same thing. Any man that would say they want to marry Sheyi, Dele would say no. Dele would say no. And at this point...
Can I ask you a question? At this point, you never thought to speak to your mom?
No, because...
May I ask why?
I felt like I don't know. I just felt like, because a lot of things have happened, which I'm not at liberty to share here.
Okay.
Before
Another
this,
question I want to ask. When you get home, you don't act unusual at home for your mom to notice something was wrong?
well, further along the line, because it gets worse. At this point, he's just started touching my breast and touching me inappropriately in private parts at this point that I'm speaking of. And there is more, but I feel like I'm not at liberty to say it because, as you said, the platform doesn't
Yes.
allow.
Yes. But you can still code it.
Of course, yes. But at this point, there was the only thing left for him to do was the full thing. At this point, there was nothing he had not seen, nothing he had not done. He had asked me to remove my underwear, and even in my defiance, he would say it's okay, I should continue. And me, I'm like, what do I do in that situation? How do I tell this person no? He's already acting in a controlling way over my life. And bless my mom, she's busy. She's got her own things going on. And I wouldn't say she didn't notice, because at a certain point she could see that no, I was very depressed, very isolated. And she would ask, but I would just shrug it off. I would shrug it off because I don't know, because of things that have happened before, I don't know how to table this matter to my mom, and I felt like it would break her heart. In hindsight, yes, I can say that this is how I should have gone about it. This is how I should have told my mom, no matter what. If anything that wants to spoil it should spoil. Anything that wants to scatter it should scatter.
Yeah.
I can say that now because I'm a fully grown adult.
You
I'm
know
a mother.
better now.
I know myself. I know better. But then I honestly didn't know better. I feel I was very naive.
Then, yeah.
And very unexposed. There are some things.
Thank you, Afroitist. Afroitist says, Shay, we are here for you. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Afroitist. I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you.
Don't worry, all mothers are here with you. This is a mother's platform you have come to.
Thank you.
We are here with you. Go ahead. Please expose him very well, please. This is to save others, because we don't know, he might still be doing it to other young girls.
Yes, and one thing I would like to mention is that one of the ways in which he exerts his control is with his perceived generosity. Him giving me a job, in his mind, he feels like he's saving my life, and he will paint it in church that Sheyi is working for me, Sheyi is this under me, and he will feel like a savior. Like, yes, if not for me, this girl will not be eating. He does things for people, but it's like signing a deal with the devil. If he gives you one, he will take 10 from you. This man does
Thank you. Somebody said even we fathers are here supporting you. Thank you so much. Go ahead.
This man doesn't act on pure intentions. And I'm saying that because if he is doing it to someone else, what he will be doing is acting like a generous person, pretending that he wants to give you what he feels you need, acting like a father for you. But it's a trap. He's trying to reel you in. And once you are in, you're under his control, you're under his thumb. Even his wife, she's complicit in the horrible things.
The wife knows?
She does. She does. To tell you how bad it is, at a point, this man said he wants me to be living with him and his wife. My mommy said no. My mom said no, that it can never be. When I'm not hungry in my mommy's house, I'm not suffering in my mommy's house, why would I leave to now go and live with him? He was very controlling. So in, I think, 2011, he moved from the old industrial estate where his office was. He moved to the high street. Both the church and his business moved simultaneously together. So they are literally, at this moment, as I speak, next door to each other on a high road. So his church is on the left, his church and his business is on the right. So he moved offices in 2011, and this is where things really got worse. I worked with him from 2008 to 2015. And in 2011 is when he started sleeping with me properly, because he's now in a bigger office. He's now he has the space.
How old were you at that time? At that 2011?
2011, I think I was 22, 23.
At that point, the first attempt, was it forced on you?
At that, you mean in 2011?
The first time it was to do it, did it force you to do it?
Yes. I didn't have a choice. I had to.
You had to.
I had to. I did not have a choice. When I said no, he would tell me, no, you must. He would tell me, no, you must. And this is a man that preaches in church. You know, he said, no dating, no dating. When he's preaching, he will preach at the women that, don't let men test drive you, or don't let men do this to you, or don't be cooking pepper soup for them, or you cheapen yourself, you sell yourself short, this, that, and the third. Meanwhile, you are sexually harassing your members of staff. He's a hypocrite. He would tell us in church, don't do this, don't do that. But he's doing those things. He's doing those things. If it's okay with you, I feel quite overwhelmed. I'm happy to do this again another time. But I just feel like I can't continue. I do apologize. I think I've reached my capacity for today. It's quite emotional for me because I haven't shared this openly with anyone ever. I have never given anyone these details. There isn't anybody, even my best friend doesn't know. She doesn't even know that I'm doing this because it makes everybody around me angry. Everybody. And I have never gone into detail like this with anybody, not even my therapist. And so I do apologize. I'm happy to come back another time.
Does your mom know?
She does, but these details, she's online now. She's on the live. I'm sure she's hearing it for the first time.
Jeez.
Hearing it for the first time. She is hearing it for the first time.
It's okay, Shay. I told you to do it according to your own strength, so it's all okay. Anytime you know you are strong enough to continue to speak more, I am here. The platform is here for you.
Thank you.
Just let me know, okay?
Thank you. I will be in touch. I will speak to you.
I'm hugging you from here. Love you.
I appreciate. I love you too. Thank you very much. And thank you.
You are strong. You have taken the first step, like I told you, to your healing.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, darling.
For the kind words. I've seen every kind word that everyone has said, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Damian, you all. My best friend is here. I did tell her she's found me. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
And like I told you, speaking it out, you need to sum up that strength. You need to. The more you talk about it, by the time you get it off your shoulder totally, then your healing process starts. Okay? Yeah. Don't bottle it in. So you've taken the first bold step. So when you are ready, we are here.
I'm still going to be here to listen. I know the show is still going on. I just feel like I can't continue to share.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome, darling. Okay. She said she can't go on, so she has gone. She's coming back. She will come back again. There are so many questions I feel like asking. Like somebody said, did she try to take it up with the police? Because here in America, I know no matter how long somebody does that, if you take it up with the police, they will investigate. And okay, somebody said bring me up. Okay. I'm going to bring up as many that want to come up because this is a Mothers Forum. And I want us, please kindly mute as I'm adding you. Kindly mute. I really want us to really discuss this in details as parents. Okay. So I've added like 3 people for now. So every other person kindly mute except Oliroti. Oliroti, I've added you. So what do you have to say? I know this is not new. A lot of people are experiencing it. They've experienced it. In fact, there was a time, I think about last month or 2 months ago, in Redeem, this lover exposed some pastors. Up till now.
Auntie Aduni, sorry to interrupt.
Okay. Every other person kindly mute, please. Let's mute for Afroitist.
No, there's some feedback coming from Oliroti.
Okay.
Is it me or what? There's some. Are you listening to it on another device?
You mean me?
I don't know who is on.
No.
Okay, all right.
Hold on. It's from you, Afroitist. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't do any of that.
Yes, it's from you. Now, Oliroti, you are on.
Good evening, Auntie.
Good evening.
Let me wear my professional hat now and speak.
Please go ahead.
Shay, thanks so much for sharing your story, and thanks for being strong in sharing your story, because that's what you are. You are quite strong sharing your story.
Yeah.
Now, professionally, so let me introduce myself. I'm actually a social worker, and I'm in child protection and forensics. So, the truth is, it's brave of you talking about it here, but I would encourage you to report it to the authorities.
Okay, can it still be reported in UK?
At any time, any day.
Okay.
When the victim, I don't mean to call you a victim, but that's how.
But she is. That is what it is. So I don't think she will feel offended. She's learned enough to know she is.
So as a victim of this type of Kerewa crime, right? Irrespective of when it happened,
okay,
the system is fully aware that people don't tend to report. They tend to report cases at their own convenient time, because it's taking a lot. Like what she said, this man, Dele Olawanle, is what she's describing is not new. Is somebody who is in a place of trust. So as a pastor, he sits in a position of trust. As an employer, he sits in a position of trust. And what he's done is abuse the position of trust.
Abuse of position, yeah.
Okay? So, not just position, but position of trust.
Okay.
Because the reason why it's called position of trust is, as a pastor, he has a legal duty to safeguard every human under him, including the animals that we attend his church. He has a legal duty across the United Kingdom. Yes, I know our legal systems are quite distinct, but safeguarding is a uniformed legal process across the United Kingdom. Now, I know if I'm correct, I think she said she's 32, okay? And the incident that happened when she was 18, 19. Now, it doesn't matter when it happened. What matters is if she's ready to speak about it, and it might be a very difficult
She's 36.
one. Yeah. So, 36. So it might be a very difficult one. There's what we called so if you was a younger person, so if you were in your 20s, you would go through what we call a schemed interview, which is a specialist interview system. But because you're older, we have an equivalent of that for adults.
Okay.
Whereby your face will not be shown if you don't want your face to be shown. So in this case, it's actually going to be Olawanle against Her Majesty's advocates.
Okay.
Okay, so the system protects you. And until if you remember when I called when we're talking about Tobi Adegboyega.
You know what, Ollie? I wouldn't want you to put much out there. I think I will link you up with her so you can give her advice. We can talk behind the camera on what to do on this. What do you think?
Yeah, that's no problem. But let me just say something in general.
Go ahead.
In case if we have other people who perhaps have been through exact same journey,
Yeah,
or
I think I saw somebody saying, I saw a comment or from somebody saying that person said she has he or she, I don't know if has an experience
That's true,
too.
Auntie. That's true. And the person even said they have screenshot messages they will send to you. That's why I came up.
Okay.
And another thing, please, Auntie, please save this live video. Very important.
That's why I said they should help me to record it, especially
Auntie,
this
please
TikTok
save.
home.
You can save it as well after the live, please.
hold on.
But me record later.
But please.
Okay, yes, you can stop for now. The one you have recorded, one not recorded.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
they recorded a session for me. Eshe Gwanti.
Now let me say something, because I know I was on Facebook, but I had to come off and come on here. Now I know people are saying, oh, she needs to have proof. That's not true. She doesn't need to have proof. So long as she's willing to tell a story. We have a law in United Kingdom that victims, irrespective, victims have to be believed. They don't have to go through the process.
Should be forensic what Thomas determine if he's lying, she's lying or not.
And even apart from that, she doesn't have to go through that re-traumatizing process again. That's why we have a specialist way of interviewing her and getting the information of her. Parents, for African community, this is something that what Shay is describing, or what she has described and I experienced, is not a one-off scenario within the African community.
Very common.
Okay, it's a very common thing,
even
within the Caucasians. So it's not just, but for African community, we have this thing of me feki, when I don't want people to laugh.
It's all because people, the way we go for victims in our community is not so. It's very, very appalling. People will leave the perpetrator of something and go for the victim.
Yeah,
that's why a lot of people don't come out to talk.
And I can tell you for free, once we hold her hand to do what she needs to do, Dele Olawanle's church will not only be closed. Every adult that was aware, like she has said, the wife, any other person they will interview, they know how to do it. Okay? Every adult that was aware of that historical event, all adults will pay dearly. Because the UK system does not laugh when it comes to safeguarding concerns. And in this particular place, from what she described, it didn't even happen in a home. It happened in a place of work.
Yes.
So there are 3 layers of the law around it. We'll talk about it behind the scene, but I just want to be able to educate our African community.
Go ahead, please. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
In my line of job, this is a big headache for us, where the African community, they're very, I don't know if I would say scared. They're very protective. So
what do you mean? Sorry to cut you short. What do you mean Amanda will pay? She said Amanda is just getting to know on this show.
No.
She didn't do anything.
Auntie, ignore the people making comments. See, the system is a system. It's not a case of whether our mother will pay. Okay? But, people, and this is the problem. There's a lot of misinformation within the African community, whereby, even a victim of crime, like we were talking about Tobi Adegboyega at that time, when we talked about the fact that there was a Kiriwa allegation, okay? Some of the parents withdrew their statement because obviously they are scared that they will get the backlash for being bad parents. And I like the fact that Shay was very clear about the fact that yes, she might be she might have come from a single parent household. However, her mother is very present in her life. I like the fact that she put that out. Because again, within the African community, this is something that people hold on to. Then, for Olawanle, the thing here is, aside from him being a solicitor, right, he's also a pastor. So there's that thing within the community of, he's a man of God. Let us pray for him. You don't pray for people like that. He's sick. He's a man who is sick. And when someone is sick, they need to be treated. They need to go see specialists that will treat them. And the truth is, if you could do this to Shay, I can bet you he has done it to so many other people and he's still doing it to other people. But unfortunately, because of the position of trust that he holds, people within the community will be scared to come out and speak boldly
Yeah.
Because one, how then, like what she was saying, how then do you say, a pastor did this to me? You can see how he manipulated her, whereby he's doing stuff to her at work, but meanwhile, he's coming to the church to preach that people should keep themselves. Okay? Auntie, I have been involved in various investigations. You know, sometimes me and you, we talk about some things. I've been, you know, there are some things that when you start hearing, you're like, but why is our community so protective?
Yeah.
You know, in our community, we have this thing of, this is our thief. Let us deal with our thief within our community. Okay? But the thing is, if you keep leaving that our thief and patting the head of that our thief, the problem is that our thief, we keep doing it to other people.
That's true.
And that our thief, when you go look at his own children, his or our own children, because it's not just unique to man alone. When they start doing it, if they don't see anybody to do it to outside, when they can't find a victim outside, they come home to do it to their own children.
Their own children, that's right.
Okay.
Oh,
that's the reality.
did you watch the case of a man that I treated, a pastor, who after that the cousin of the nephew of the wife was molested several times until that lady cried herself. And when he could not see anybody, he started doing it to his 3 children in the house. That was when the mother of those children now cried out.
And that is the reality. This is, you know, when we do this, when we investigate situations like this, you know, we put the torchlight. Like I said, there's a specialist way of investigating. And when you start investigating, you just realize that at the end of the day, it's not just one person. In wrapping up, Auntie, there was a case I did, right? This was even a Caucasian. There was a case I did. It was just it was 2 people that reported, right? But when we started interviewing, and when we started investigating rather, we found out that this particular sick guy he has a record of 27 years of abuse.
Wow.
Okay? 27 years. Like he's been doing it since he was 13. Up to his current age. And even the woman that he ended up marrying fitted the description of his victim. So they tend to marry someone who is closer to being a victim. They groom their own victim and end up marrying them. The same also happens for female as well. Okay? So these things they're not out of place. The woman, I'm not excusing the wife. The wife is fully aware, but at the same time, the wife might be fully aware rather, but at the same time, she might also have been groomed by him. And all that always give them out is their body language. Because I remember that I've seen the man, although, let me keep some things. But going forward, I think within the African community, we need to stop passing misinformation. Irrespective of where we are. Then this thing of, let us pray for them. Don't pray for a sick person. A sick person doesn't need prayer. A sick person needs to see a specialist to help them. This is a clear case of a sick man. And that's what it is. And for young people as well, you know, we parents, we are very good in trusting. You know, once they say it is a pastor or it's
God bless you. That is it. God bless you.
You understand? And also for parents also, those who also have those who also have, like, you know, people within our community that own their own businesses, like the African, until you don't even want to know the African shops, all these things, you don't want to know what goes on behind the scene, right? And our people are like, let me take my child there, let me take my brother there, you know, so that they can help them get work experience. And you know this thing about visa or no visa, that's another thing. They also make people vulnerable. There are cases where we have dealt with, where in the name of they are getting them COS, one to one before they will give them shift. Okay. In short, there is a particular case. This one happened in the area in the region where I live. Right, that pastor went down. The pastor at Kerewa, mother and child, the mothers, 9 mothers and 16 girls. Okay, he had a cleaning company. He recruited them in on this COS nonsense. Recruited them in, and you know, apart from the fact that he wasn't even paying them, he was giving them bare minimum wages. But before he gives them shift, my uncle lay one. Okay, and these parents, they were helpless because what they did was, until you don't want to know the dark side, what they were doing was when they come to the country, okay, and then of course they've told that they will get them to sign. They will collect their whatever from them, get them to sign, and then before they give them shift, then of course their children have come as well, because in the UK, 16 can walk. You understand? So they will lay them, and you can see what Shay described as her being very vulnerable. You know, being naive and vulnerable and being obedient, because it's all coming through the channel of church. It's coming to even in the place of employment. And I always tell people, yes, it's easy to say don't talk, but talk, because the system is there to protect you. It doesn't matter who that person is. Go to the system. The system is there to protect you. The worst that will happen, they will say, okay, go back to your country. That's the worst that will happen after they've done whatever they need to do. But still, the system will always, always protect you, irrespective. A lot of parents, a lot of parents within the community, they've made themselves vulnerable. Our young people, we've made them vulnerable. You know, look at Shay, for instance. Her mom didn't notice. But of course, maybe she was embarrassed herself.
Yes.
And remember, the man was also doing a mind game with her, whereby he would talk, which father would hug a child, will hug his daughter, which father? But it is what it is. And moreover, for us Africans, this is a wake-up call, because this is not a new thing. Stop trusting your children to pastors.
Honestly.
Pastors do not train your children. Stop trusting your children to your leaders within your African community. And in living, when you see something, say it. Don't cover anybody. It doesn't work. It's not worth it.
Because they will just continue.
Look at this lady. She's had to live through that trauma. Even
yes.
till now.
You can see she can't even continue when she got to that stage of remembering everything. I know it's going to be tough for her. We discussed this. I told her. She said, I've never spoken about this to anybody. You know?
Yeah, so, anyway, I'm hoping that we all learn from this. An African community, enough is enough. Let's stop covering. Enough is enough. Expose anybody you see. Thank you, ma.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's not muting.
Somebody, and it will be the number. I don't want to mention your name. You sent me a message now that you want to talk about something. The number is +1 240 351 9287. +1. Èyí tó fi pè mí ní last time. You are here with me. I don't want to mention your name. Or should I even mention? Nobody will know. I don't want to mention your name. Timba mention Oruko. I don't want to mention your name. So the number is +1 240 351 9287. So you can call me if you say you have something to say. Somebody say, Auntie Aduni, please, can I get the social workers handle or a way of getting in touch? Get across to me. I can't put details outside. Get across to me, then we can talk about it, okay? Who wants to talk? Afro-Atheist, go ahead, Afro-Atheist.
I won't be long at all, just going to be very, very quick.
Go ahead.
Yes, Auntie Aduni, thank you for the work that you are doing.
Thank you.
And creating a safe space for people to come and share their truth. These men...
That is it, their truths, yeah. Because nobody will be ready to listen to them.
No, nobody.
Nobody wants to give them platform to speak. So that they will not offend the Christian association or whatever they call it. Go ahead, my sister.
They've been doing this for a very long time. It's part and parcel of religion, right? Where people cover up for the pastors and cover up, atrocities that have taken place. But you know something? We are in a different age now. We are in a different age. People now are able to speak. People are having platforms where they can speak. And to that, the lady that came up, Shay, I just want to say to you that, I commend you for speaking, and not just speaking, so bold to, you're not covering your identity. You are not covering the name of this person. You are bold in what you are saying, right? Because you know that is your truth. And that man irrespective of whatever happens, his face is out there, his name is
He's
out
out
there.
there.
He will forever be tainted because of what he has done. I've been to that man's office.
Ah,
Yes, I've been there. But
you know him?
I've been to his office before, but I never used his services.
Oh, okay.
I never used his services. I went with my partner at the time, so maybe that's why I must have gotten away scot-free. But yeah, I've been to his office before. But otherwise, I mean, I have nothing. There really is nothing at all. Now, I just wanted to say, Auntie Aduni, I don't know if you know another case that happened in Birmingham in the UK. One Pastor Michael Olurumbi and his wife.
I can't remember. What happened about them? What about them?
Husband and wife
Okay.
were both jailed.
Maybe I can't remember. You saw
They
too
were
many
both-
cases.
Husband and wife were both jailed. The husband has a church, and in the church he will be doing the spiritual bath for people in the church. His wife knew all about it.
Oh, I think I remember that case now, but I can't remember the details.
He didn't say anything, right? So these wives, yes. From what Oliroti was saying, and thank you, Oliroti, that was just wonderful, because I'm not learned when it comes to the law, but to most of these men usually marry their victims.
Okay, Jimmy Johnson.
Look at, for example, what's his name, Tobi Adegboyega.
And the wife.
I've never heard that woman speak one day
till now.
Nobody has heard. We've never heard her speak.
Like she said, the wife could be a victim too.
She just quietly, in fact, we never used to see her. Only recently that we started seeing her and the children. Otherwise, it was the Tobi Adegboyega show.
Yeah. At a point, we even thought he was not married.
But he was not married.
And he has kids. Funny enough.
Apparently. So, but what we're trying to say is, for these wives and pastors' wives, if you cover your husband's atrocities, you will end up going down with him. Go and learn from the Michael Olurumbi case. The woman went down with her husband. You can cover it up.
You can cover him.
You can shout the name of Jesus. You can call Jesus and threaten people and whatever you people do, but you will get your day. Your day will come, and your husband, your husband will try and take you down with him as well.
That's it.
So in order for you to protect yourself, if you know that your husband they do kerewa, you better, if you have to even do it anonymously.
Reporting.
If you have to do it anonymously, you do, because I'm telling you.
And they will protect the woman if they get to know that she was the one that reported. Even if it now comes into the open, by then they will know she protected. I mean, she reported. They will know she was a victim too. That it was just what she just had to do.
Because when he gets found out, it becomes harder to prove to the authorities that you didn't know anything or you didn't see anything. They will question you like you are a criminal. If you have ever sat in that interrogation room, I am telling you, only a strong person can survive that interrogation. So for those pastors' wives, it's not only to wear hat and go to church. It's not only to sit and call yourself pastor's wife. The day that your husband gets found out, the day that your husband goes down, I'm telling you, it will rub off on you and your children. You and your children will partake of other people's, the victims, the cries of the victims, right? So, but for that lady, Shay, no matter how long it has been, no matter how old you were, because they were trying to say, okay, your age and, everything, no matter, you feel like you were wronged, you feel like you are a victim, you feel you were taken advantage of, do not in any way, shape, or form just discard how you feel. That man is evil. I've seen him. Look at the way he responded when Tobi Adegboyega thing came out. A nasty piece of work. He has been doing it for a long time, and this is why he thinks that he is untouchable. Every day he's in is in Manchester United. Who is going to join me to go to Arsenal? Arsenal. That's the only thing he does with his time now. He goes to Arsenal football. Arsenal football. That's Olawanle gentleman.
Dele Olawanle.
Yes, that one. It's only Arsenal that he knows now. But a lot of these pastors,
I'm sure probably with this, more people might even come out.
I just
Most
want to
likely.
end on this.
Hopefully.
I just want to end on this note and say, Adoni, no matter how long your crimes, it will come out.
I know.
Especially those people that with the jackpot. No matter how long your crimes, it will come out too. In these parts of the world.
Did you see the case of one guy that was arrested for child something in UK?
Yes, so.
And he was saying he's a pastor in CAC too.
Really?
Yes, now. The guy, I brought out the picture of when he was ministering in the church in CAC. You didn't see it? That one that was caught, and the wife didn't know they were on live. When the wife got to know, they were almost fainting.
The man was saying that he was trying to tell the girl to keep her.
He said he was preaching to her. What is your own business? He even confirmed that he got to know that the girl was a minor. And he continued conversation.
And he's trying to tell her to keep her V till when she gets married. How is, anyway, Auntie Adoni, all I'm trying to say
all right. Thank you, sis.
No matter how long your crime, this jackpot will not the jackpot. This part of the world, they different though. It is different. Go and ask. Look at the case of Jimmy Savile in the UK here. It was in his death.
Use charity to cover up.
It was after he died that all his crimes came out. He posthumous. They removed.
They stripped him of every honor.
Every honor that he got, everything, right? So if this our dear pastors, Paito, I mean whatever they call themselves.
Paitos. Now Paitos them be.
All these Paito, we feel say they are untouchable. Look, I'm telling you, the Tobi Adegboyegas, the Oyedepos, the all of them, I'm telling you, even in your passing, the truth will still come out.
Thank you very much. Can you please mute almost sexy? Let Afro-80s be done. Okay, Afro-80s, you can go ahead. After Afro-80s, every day is Christmas can now speak.
I'm actually done. So I
all right. Thank you, sis. Okay. Year one day. I think it's year one day. Okay, every day is Christmas. Can you just put in your contribution? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is Omolara.
You're welcome, sis.
I want to say a very big thank you to you. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Do you know the lady that came up? Shay.
Shay is actually like my daughter.
Oh.
You know, because I was at the church, you know.
Oh, you know Wale too. I mean, Dele. You know him?
Yeah, yes, ma, I do.
Okay.
1 second, ma. So we used to go to this. I mean, I was in that church as well. I was a member of that church, and all these children, because I was working I was a worker there in a children's department.
Okay.
So the school team.
Of his church?
Yeah, of the
okay.
church. As she had mentioned, we followed him from Wose. That's the Christ Apostolic Church of Obadari.
Okay.
Then he started his own. So, and hearing this thing tonight, I have to tell you, I was just crying. I was shaking. I was driving, I was shaking. And my husband was telling me, please take it easy, because, you know, like, they were like, it's not only Sheyi. She said, no, that didn't happen to other people that I know of. But I'm just saying, like, not only Sheyi that were like my children, you know, like my sisters, my brothers, you know, they see me as their big auntie. So he's like,
to get you right, are you saying other children experience this?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, Sheyi and other children were in the church. So
okay, they are like children to you. You know them.
Yeah, they're all like children to me.
Okay.
So and then you know, like when you see children growing up bit by bit, some of them were babies, some of them were actually giving birth to while in the church. You know, so. And then when this thing happened, I was not actually in that church any longer because I left the church long time because of, you know, I saw a lot of things, red flags. I'm like, you know, this is not a place for me.
What are the red flags you see? Can you share a bit with us?
I will. Like Sheyi said, it wasn't easy for her to say all this. So as well, it's not easy for me as well. But as time goes on, I will mention a few. I will say them. But the thing is, I'm still in shock because even though Sheyi told me everything, and I've been like, we waited a long time to make sure, like, to give Pastor Olawanle, you know, a chance. You know, she waited like for him to go to her and probably apologize because this family are still hurting, you know. Can you imagine? She said she was 18 years old when all this
when it started. Yeah.
And now she is 36 years old. That means 18 years after, she has not gotten over it, and she's still receiving therapy. So it's a difficult thing for Sheyi and the whole family because I am close to the family.
Can't you just mention one of the red flag you saw? Just one. We are talking about not covering these people, right?
I'm no. You know, like I contacted you, Auntie. I'm not.
Oh, okay, Nini.
Mini.
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
still shaking. Can you hear she to me? Because you know, like what she said tonight, how it happened and everything. Go easy for me. Go easy for me. Go easy for me. I must say this, go easy for me. Because these children, they're like my children. And then now she's saying how this man, to me, it was a molest, you know, how this man molested her, how this man, you know, got her, everything, the way he was able to manipulate himself through to get to this girl.
Agreed. You know, agreed, sis. It doesn't stop you from mentioning just one of the red flag. You said you saw a red flag that you don't know if he molested other children. And I am glad that we are not trying to, nobody's trying to put something you are not sure of on him. And even at this point, I'm saying if he gets to see this video, I tried to contact him, call him. I got his number from somebody. I called him. He didn't pick. I left a message. He didn't respond. And we are not really crucifying him here. And I'm sure even if they go to court or if police are involved in this case, he will be given a chance to prove, right? Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know why you don't want to mention. These are one of the two red flags I saw.
What I'm saying is, with time, I will. Auntie, I'm hurting. Oh, do me. Go easy for me. I brought them, most of them in the church, you know, like I was their Sunday school teacher. And now somebody did all that to one of them. How will you feel? I will still talk. You understand?
Okay.
I'm not saying
so it's like you are trying to comprehend. Wait, I understand. Okay.
The way, because he didn't tell me, I mean, he didn't tell me everything the way she said it tonight, because she mentioned that she has never told anybody, I mean, like
the way she said it today, yes. Yeah, because the day we spoke, she didn't go into all these details. She just said, I'm not ready.
Yeah. When she told me, but I just believe her because, and the people were not ready to believe her, you know, be like, oh, this is a pastor. Because see, Dele, I loved him so much.
Yeah.
So much. I was like a dog following him.
Oh, you mean you?
Yes. In the
okay,
church.
so you are here to comprehend that he had to do all that.
I was one of the foundation member of his church.
Wow.
We carried chairs on our head when he left WOSEM to go and establish his own church. Do you understand? And I did all this because of Christ, because of love of God in me. Do you understand? So now, when this thing happened, I was not in that church again. I left the church because of what he did personally to me and to my siblings, because I took my siblings to that church. Do you understand?
Oh, your own siblings were in the church too, as
Yes,
young
I took
girls?
every members of my families. I took them, my family, I took them to that church.
Oh.
Even my friends, we go on trips and everything. So you can see, like,
Oh.
everybody's now pointing the accusing figure at me that Shebi, you are the one that took us there. Because when I left, I told my siblings to leave, but they didn't leave because this man had manipulated them. So they saw me as a bad person. So for years, me and my siblings were not in good terms. We're not in good terms because of what this man caused. It was a big family rift, big thing, what he caused. Not until about 2 years ago, when they now realized, they now came to me and said, Aunt Lara, oh, we're sorry. You know, they apologized to me and now we are one. I'm talking of my siblings. When I mean my siblings, with the support of God and everything, that is how the whole family are here today. And then when they were coming, you know, and then he was like, there was a time he called me, one of the church members, because that time there was no papers and everything, you understand? I was a student and, you know, things were a bit difficult then. And I told him, they said, all these people you are bringing, this one my family, that one my family, that. We have problem. I said, no, God forbid, I will not have problem. Leave them. I have to sort out my problem, my family, because in your coke, in Jawade, it cannot be only me. All of us in the family, we have to be okay. So that was what I told him, you know. So all of a sudden, because one of my siblings, that one can sing very well. She's a very good girl. Up to when she got married, you know, this girl, she had never been touched. You understand? Because I don't want to say it. I don't want to use any other language. And the second one as well, she was an usher. She's a very good girl. All of them were so good. So because of that, you know, and then I took other ones as well. I've got another area brother. I've got people, my friends, that took to the church. In fact, at the time, I was one that took majority to that church. Do you understand? So this man, now, if one way or the other, he manipulated them, they were living with me, things were not that okay, fine. We're all living maybe like in a room or something. So all of a sudden, all of them, they started leaving me one by one. At the time, it was as if I was like, in fact, like as if the whole world was against me because of this particular man, because of what he did and how he manipulated and scattered my family. You understand? So this man now, my two sisters,
please, you guys, sorry, my sister, you guys on TikTok, be mindful of your comments, please. Okay, this is not the time to blame anybody. Okay, be mindful. I don't want any rude comments. I don't want comments that will turn off the people that want to speak off, please. Okay, these are the kind of things that make people say I don't want to talk. Okay, let people come and talk at their own convenience, at their own time. She has her reasons and we can't force it out of her. She has a reason for not wanting to talk now. So please, motisole for you from the onset. So that's a warning. Timbari comment still, I will block the person. Go ahead.
Okay, please, I appreciate it. Auntie, if you can bring Sheyi up again, I'm sure she must have placed a request or something.
Okay, did she say she's ready?
Yeah, no, she's not going to talk, but she might put one or two things in.
Okay, tell her to send me request.
If she's listening, Sheyi, please, Uncle, can you...
Mama block you one. Don't worry. Mutinka comments. Facebook people are really behaving very well. YouTube people are behaving very well. Only TikTok, ni one or two negative comments, and I will not take it again. Okay? Please. All right.
So, this man was my sister's lawyer, you know, because they were students and stuff. You know, like this man put the application under the table for 10 years. 10 good years. They were paying him more. Not that they were not paying him. Just because he was using them in the church.
Don't drag them. Emma's on the war ground. Don't drag them.
I tell Juni, I said this in the comment section earlier about this free starting, that they will use their professional to abuse you. I said it. You know what this sister just said now? This is how the rest of the church member will not be able to talk. and they will be shaming the victim.
That's what I'm saying, yes.
It's a system.
It's just the kind of people we have. We are just...
A lot of people are his victim, and something needs to be done. People are going through it as we speak from him. He's doing it right now as we speak.
Sorry, can I just say, this is what I was saying earlier. Sorry to interrupt, you, but this is what I was saying about how he uses generosity. This thing of helping with papers looks like help, right? But in turn, he's using it to control you. That's what happens. And I'm very glad that, is it Yemi that brought it up? And Lara is mentioning it because this is the tactic. He has to have something on you or over you for him to be able to control you. And I think perhaps this is one of the red flags that Auntie Lara wants to touch on, because this is who he is as a person. Very manipulative, highly controlling. And I've worked with him, so I can tell you for a fact that what Auntie Lara is saying in regards to the papers is 100% true.
Yeah. So, and because of, so not until later, when things now happened, because this man, one of my siblings was living in his house. By that time, I was not in good terms with them any longer. So,
a lady, a female or male?
A female and her husband. They got married in that church. If I tell you that, King Kiniba Iloku Ubaba Omo Yensun.
Ha!
Toba ni pe mo paro, eni ko bosita. Pe iro ni mo npa o, ko bosita ko so pe mo paro.
And the girl was married, the lady was married at that time.
Yeah, onlo mi ò fẹ́ sọ òyìnbó. Mi ò fẹ́ sọ òyìnbó nítorí kíní.
He conducted their marriage. No, you can say that one. He conducted the marriage.
He was the one that conducted the marriage. You understand? So he nearly slept with her, if not for God. And that one spoke out, told they called the meeting in the church and everything, and she said it, and they left. You understand? So not at this stage, then they get to know that did not put through their application and everything after 10 good years.
Wow. So he just kept their papers by the side.
Because he was using them.
Wow.
Let him come out and say, I'm lying. If he did not go and beg my sister.
Begging. So that it will not come outside.
Yeah. So, and another thing I want to say is I want to appreciate Sheyi's mom, because I would say that the thing was really difficult for them. If you know how these people were so much into church activities,
okay,
all because of Jesus Christ, and this happened. You see, you know how disappointed she will be. So, and but she's been there. She had always been there. She has always been there for the daughter and everything. So, Sheyi's mom, if you are listening, I want to say thank you so much.
No one should fault the mom. She doesn't know. Every mother will fight for their children if they know.
When she knew, she came out. They went to approach this man.
Oh, okay.
They went to fight in the church. Sheyi, am I lying?
Did she know the details like Sheyi told us today? Because Sheyi mentioned...
We did not even know the details. That's why I said tonight is a shocking thing for me.
All right, let me give, before we go ahead and ask anybody to talk. Somebody wants to talk here.
These people, they are still healing. So please, when you want to say anything, be mindful, people.
Don't worry. Look, there are some comments we might miss that everybody cannot. At least we have been able to do very well on the platform. At least I would say 90-something% of the comments are quite encouraging and supportive. Hold on, dear. Hold on. Shogo. So there is somebody that is calling that I want her to... Go ahead.
There are 2 or 3 things I want to say is that Sheyi is having a foundation now whereby people that have gone through something like this, she can support them and everybody can support them. Please, whoever that can support Sheyi, we need you, and we need you to be there for Sheyi. Sheyi is not healed yet, and we need a lot of support for her.
We are here with her.
So, Yes, please.
So
That
what is the
very
foundation all about for people who have been traumatized to come and speak under her or get
come
get
come out,
support?
get support. Because she's
Okay.
still there, you know.
Okay.
So she's having that, and then another thing is if there are other people that maybe go through one
There
of
are
the things,
victims.
yeah, that have gone through something like this, you know, experience this maybe through the man or other people. Please, especially through this
Through
man,
this man,
come out.
yes.
And then we need people to who can help us so that she can get justice. Please, we need justice for she. She was 18 years old when it started. Not like she was a really, really grown-up girl or child or something. Do you understand? And you know, children born in this country, they're not like poor. Do you understand? So she was, I mean, at that time she was one people like person like that, somebody like that. So now I know she's a lot grown now. She's a much more mature person now. Please, she still needs support. She needs justice. Please, this is all I want to say for now.
Thank you very much. So for hold on, please. Somebody wants to talk. Okay, go ahead. Multi speak. Hello, sweetheart. Me, Federal Quay.
Yes, ma'am.
So somebody wants to.
So from when she started talking, it was like she was just telling my story in a different version. You know, I came to the US when I was 19, and I was adopted by a family member. Let me put it that way. I was adopted by a family member who is like my mom's sibling. I'll try to code it as much as possible so that, in case that person hears the story, they can figure it out however they like. So my uncle who adopted us, so the person related to me is my aunt. So her husband in turn, became my uncle. And when you adopt somebody, what does that mean? On paper, that's my dad, right?
Yeah.
If I go in front of the judge right now, the judge is gonna see where are your parents? They're gonna come. So we were living like that. In total, I spent 3.5 years in their house. And I remember maybe 6 months into us coming to the US, because I came with my younger brother. And my mom had to travel for work. She has a top position somewhere. So, and I was sleeping that night, and I remember my uncle came to my room and said, like, it was light out, everybody has gone to bed. They also have a child as well. And so I happened to be the only girl. So this man came and said, in case I'm feeling scared, I can come and sleep in his room. In him and his wife's room.
Where was the wife at this time?
So she traveled for work. And don't forget, I'm 19. I was 19 going 20 that year. So that year was supposed to be booked. The year I was supposed to turn 20. So I said, to me that felt strange. I was raised in a single parents family. So I didn't live with my parents growing up. So I lived with another person who was my mom. I've always known her as the mom. She wasn't with her husband, so it was pretty much a single family life that we lived. So it was just me, my mom, and my other siblings that we grew up together in Nigeria. So coming here, living with a man that I call dad, you can imagine how strange that is for me.
Yeah.
But I grew into it I saw it like a second chance. Like you about to say, Tobi
Babaku.
So I took the assumption of Babaku. I had the second shot at life, living with two parents in a household.
Are they the one that brought you into US?
Yes, that's like my adopted parents.
Okay.
They are my adopted parents.
Okay.
So that was the first shock of my life. That in the middle of the night, you say, if I'm scared, why would I be scared in the house that they are doing me? You understand? Like you are there, then your son is there, and then my younger brother is there, who is also 17, by the way, because I'm just 2 years older than him.
Their son?
Well, their son is a year older than me.
Okay.
And I have my younger brother that we came together.
Okay.
And he's 2 years younger than me.
Okay.
So remember, I'm 19, he's 17. Their son is like maybe 20.
Okay.
And then there's him. And then I said, why would I be scared in the house that they are doing me? And why are you asking me this when my mom is not home? I don't really know you that much because before I came to the US, I didn't know them like that. The whole adoption story started because my parents passed. My mom specifically passed. And that was when I got to know that, I have an aunt in the US and, they are interested in taking care of us and blah, blah, blah. I mean, I saw them a huge favor that they were doing for us. Like, who are those two teenagers? Do you get me? Two teenagers and decided to send them to the US and take responsibility for them. It was like a huge favor for me. So I'm not going through this, I said, hey, God, how do I get to bed? Anyway, that night, I said, Daddy, I'm okay. I'm fine. There's nothing to be scared of. I'm fine. So he said, okay. And then he went back. Mommy, that was the beginning of when I knew what going meant. That was when I started believing stories. I think that day I still did not believe that abuse. I understand abuse, right? But I still didn't understand it because it didn't happen personally to me. All the while, I went to a girls' boarding school. So I've been shielded, I've been protected, and I've always been careful all my life. I've not wavered. So you come, and I was so skinny. I was like very skinny. I was like, people used to think I'm like maybe 15, 14. And that's how young I was, and how small I was. Why would you have interest in this small girl? Like, do you understand, ma? I could just not, put it together. Anyway, that night went by. My mom came back. I did not say anything. And then gradually, I started noticing when my mom is not there, when he comes back from work, he will hug me. You know how your husband hugs you so much? Like, I'm married now, so I'm trying to relate it. You know how your husband hugs you so much and you're not feeling shy or you're not feeling like, what is he doing to me? That was how I was feeling. He would hug me. He would try to kiss my neck. He would try to hold my lower, my butt. And I was like, is this normal? So when that lady was saying she did not understand the first time it happened, that was the first physical contact for me. I said, why is he doing me like this? Is this normal? Is it how you dad should hold the child? Remember, I never had a close contact with a dad. I can say. I know my dad was alive. My dad didn't me like that. Even though I was young, I was like, my dad died when I was 14. He never made any sexual advances to me. So I'm like, this is how they do here in the US. Is this strange? All this while, I just turned 20. Maybe not 20 yet, but I think I was just 20 then. And he will hug me every night when he comes back from work. But I now started differentiating because when he comes back from work and I'm downstairs and his wife is there, he will only hug me like, that brother-sister hug where you just hug by side, right? Or we will just say, welcome, sir, welcome, daddy. I call him daddy, welcome, daddy. And they say, hey, my dear, how are you? There was never physical contact. There's no kisses on the edge, there's no kisses on the neck. So I started feeling like, okay, it's like this man is trying to tell me something that I don't understand. But okay, we move. And small, gradually, there was one day, it was around, say, 6 a.m. I can't know it was done. And I was sleeping. Next thing I just know, somebody crept into my bed from behind. I sleep next to the window. The door is just by the, and he came in from behind, laid down next to me, and hugged me under my duvet. And I woke up. And I turned. My mom comes to my room. My mom is the only person that comes to my room that doesn't look. My mom comes to my room and she wants to lie down next to me. She lies down next to me. She doesn't hold me loudly. So I know that was not my mom. And then I can smell the masculine smell. And I look back. And I said, that's it. And then he said, oh my God, just coming to say hi. How are you? Did this sleep well? And I said, what is a 20-year-old from behind? I don't understand.
Wait.
All of
Hold
this
on.
I could not.
Hold on. You were sleeping. He now came into the bed, slept behind you.
Yes, it was around 5:36 a.m. because I know it was like, how when you open the window, it's like blue.
Yeah.
But it's not daylight yet. So, and I said, and I look at him, and I came back immediately, and I look at him, and I said, Daddy, and then I said, oh, my dear, how are you? Did this sleep well? And then he was hugging me. Mommy, I froze. I did. You see that drama of how people will slap people in the movie when you try to touch them. No, that's not what happens. In real life, most of the time people will freeze. I did not know. I could not shout. I could not say anything. I just said, God, just Jesus, yeah. How do I say? What will happen? My mom was in her bedroom. Just listen, I'm talking about. My mom was in her bedroom.
The wife was even around.
I didn't. Yes. I think she was sleeping. It was going to work, and I think that was why it came that end. Because usually it was late night, so it will come around that. It will come home around that 11, maybe 12:30, and when this thing started getting frequent, and so let me just cut long story short. It never slept with me. It never got to that point, and there's a reason why. When gradually when it started, giving me small signs, it never came directly to say I want to sleep with you. It never happened. But it would just come like when you hug somebody, you rub their back. You rub their back. I'm like, this is not normal. Like I'm not your wife. This is a sexual kind of touching. Anyway, when I was in college this time, and I just started college then, because when you come from Nigeria, sometimes you don't start quickly like that. So I remember when I would be doing my homework and I would hear him driving down the street, because our house is like at the end of the street. So when he's driving down, I would just hear his car. Mommy, you know what I used to do? I would run and stand up, turn off my lights, shut down my computer, lie down and cover myself with blankets. You know why? Because I don't want him to see my lights in the room that is on. So that he will not come in. He will assume that I'm sleeping. I did that for months. I did that for close to a year. And I will do that every time he comes. I know how he walks. I know what he does first. He drop his car key, drop his bag, come upstairs. It's very quiet when he's walking. So I never thought my answer to the name. So today I don't think she knows. But you know what gave it away? There was one thing major that happened. One day, for some reason, I think they cancelled him for a shift or something. And my mom was supposed to go to work for a meeting. If my mom had known that they would cancel him, I'm sure my mom would have decided to work from home that day.
That is the wife. The wife, Abby? Your auntie.
To call my name. Ma?
That is your auntie,
Ma?
the wife.
Yes, my auntie, yes.
Okay.
But because she did not know, so she now came to my room, because she always comes to my room every day. Like, we're like best friends. She doesn't have a daughter, so I'm like, the daughter she never had this reason. And she's very manipulative, but I'm just saying this part. And she said, oh, I'm going to go to work. I didn't know your dad was going to work from stay at home today, but I'll quickly come back from work. Just, take care of your dad. That's what she just said. Just like, make sure you find something for me to eat. So she left. So that morning, I remember, he now came. He asked me, what am I doing today? I said, my mom just said I should clean up, do some work, house chores and stuff. They said, okay, when I'm done, I should get dressed so we can go out. So I said, okay. And I started forgetting. Where is it taking me? What are we going to do? Blah, blah. Everything was running through my mind. Anyway, I started looking for chores that my mom did not even send me. I was doing it just to occupy my time. My mom had said she would try to be back by 12, just because her husband is ill. So I was like looking at the time. My mom is not back. Mom, she's not back. So each time I'll go down to ask, Daddy, what do you want to eat? He'll say it's fine. I should just quickly do and finish so we can go out. And then I'll go back upstairs again. And then I'll do stuff. So around that too, I now came upstairs again to ask him for lunch. He said I should not worry. I should not cook for him. I should just get ready and we should go. So that's why I now went upstairs. Around 2:30, I came back. He now called me. He said, am I not done? I said, no, I'm not done, sir. Then he now said, so he now came downstairs. And the next thing he just said was, go back upstairs. If I come downstairs, but if I tell you to. He was angry that I did not do as he had told me. And I said, and each time I go into a room, I will lock myself in there. And then I stayed there. He shouted at me. So I stayed there. I was waiting. I was praying my mom would come back. My mom didn't come back until around maybe 4:35 p.m. As soon as I heard my mom driving into the driveway, I quickly came outside and my mom came inside. As he saw me coming downstairs to come and welcome my mom, He yelled at me. Did I not tell you not to come downstairs? So you go back upstairs. Mommy, I was 20. I was 20. Who yells at a 20-year-old like that? Even I have a daughter. I have a little daughter. I don't yell at her like that.
Probably because he was not having his way.
Ma?
Because he couldn't have his way, that's why he's yelling at you.
Exactly. That was what gave it away to me. That I said, wow, like why? So anyway, my mom look at us. Then my mom, and then I went back upstairs as soon as we got. My mom now came to my house. Next thing I heard, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? You disrespected my husband. And I said, and I was just crying. I did not have anything to say. I could not say anything that day. And she said, I will put you in the next flight. That's on Nigeria. If this ever happens again. I think, what just happened? Mom, do you know that today, this woman did not come and approach me and say, that kind of yell that your dad yelled at you that day, it was not normal. What happened? And I look at Kilo Shelley. I have 2 daughters. If anybody yells at my child like that, in my absence, I will go back and ask.
Kilo Shelley, what's going on?
In my presence, she never came up to me. That was the clue that I had, that she knew. She probably knew something is going on. She started suspecting, but she never approached me. Let me fast forward. I got married quite very early. I got married at 23.
Because of it? Was it because of it?
Ma?
Because of what you were going on, what you were going through? Was that why you got married early?
No.
Okay.
No, my mom was like, and she got married at 23. So she was an advocate of accommodate to marry.
Okay.
She doesn't like your child.
Then I think because of what, share your biological mom or your adopted mom?
No, my adopted mom. She got married on time.
And she might, even with what is going on, she might want you out of the house on time too.
That's what I thought. That's in hindsight now. That's what I thought. I thought she was finding a way for me to
leave the house. Yes, that's the only option she has.
She probably think one day it may happen, or it may have happened. I just didn't say anything. But that day that man yelled at me, and there was nobody to say what happened. There was nothing. I could not report it. I could not even mention that. Today I slowed it up. I did not say. She doesn't know to try. I'm speaking to me. She does not know. Now, fast forward, I got married, I left the house. An aunt of mine came to visit, like a year before I left, before I got married. She came to visit. She came to do like a course. She's I don't want to mention what she does, but she came to do a course. And I would take her to the, to where she's going to take transportation, bring her back, and they're just like that. And there's a reason why I mentioned that. So one day when I got married,
she came back to you're almost 20 minutes. So I
now went to visit her day. So when I got there, we were now talking. Something led to something, she mentioned it. She said, I'm going through something. I said, what is it? She said, I think I went through an abuse. It's assault.
She was telling you that she think you did. She was telling you that she thinks you went through abuse.
No, she was telling me
she went through abuse. Oh.
She was saying, I think I've been assaulted. I'm not sure what to call it. She's not married. And she's an older auntie to me, very older. She said, I think I might have been assaulted. I said, by who? She now mentioned my dad. I wanted to just club it. And then she was now saying how he will come, hug her from behind, do the exact same way.
He did to you. Did she?
And
was she living with them at a point?
No, when she came to do that
course.
When she came to visit. That year, just before I left. That was when it happened.
Okay.
So we were just talking about, women to women talk, and something led to something, she mentioned it. So when she was saying about it, I said, by who? Because she's a visitor, let me put it that way. I thought maybe it was from where she was coming from. not knowing that it was in the house. In this very same house. You know, I mean, I'm married now. I'm gone. I just came to visit her in my parents' house. So I don't say, she don't say, you know the last time when I came? I said, yes. So, this is what happened. And she was really narrating it. It was like she was there when it was happening to me. It was like she was telling my story, but to me. And then, and I said, stop. And I said, hold on, auntie. I said, whenever he comes from work, he will come to your room, he will speaking, right? My auntie said, yes. I said, he will hold you from behind, he will hold you, he will try to like use his hand to play.
Same pattern.
I said, same pattern. And then my auntie said, you know, then I will be writing my papers, and whenever I hear him coming, I will quickly turn on the light, put on jeans. I said, Jesus. I said, auntie, whenever, and then you will try and listen to watch him, hear him pass your room, right? My auntie said, wait, why are you the one saying this? And then I told her because I went through the same thing. My auntie wanted to die. My auntie said, yes, Mobe, how did you do it? You lived in this house. I was even just visiting and I was just looking forward to pay one day.
What about you that was living with them?
Ma?
How about you that was living with them?
They were living there. Ma said, how did you do it? She said, please tell me it did not happen. Because she said, you know me, I'm older. I thought, okay, maybe because I'm not married, that's why he's doing that to me. You were young, you were just like, and then she was scared for my marriage. So she said, I just got married like a year ago. So she said, so she was like, I said, I told my husband. She said, my auntie said, do they marry me? I said, no. Then she now said, maybe she never saw the clip. And I told her that, why would she not see? Then I now told her the yelling story. I said, you are a woman and you hopefully become a mom. If somebody does that to your daughter,
how will you feel?
What would you feel? Would you come upstairs and yell at that same daughter and saying, what did you do to my husband? What did you do to my husband? Is that the first thing you are going to say? So if that man had SA'd me that day, or RP, if he had RAP that day, is that what he would come up and be telling me? If I had committed
SUICID,
you know, I had fight myself. If I had fight myself before she came back from work, is that what she would come and be saying? That's why I say I'm mommy. There are some women, because they want to keep the
marriage, they protect their mind.
They will do anything. They will do. I am 30 years old and I am still living with the trauma. I remember having this argument with my husband a few days ago on this same topic that we are saying now. And my husband said, what if he has changed? I said, no. You cannot tell me that he has changed. This man is a minister in church. He was a minister. I will watch him walk up the pulpit. There are the people that will arrive on time.
He's a minister in church.
Prayer before church people start arriving.
Wait, yo, at this point, can you please hold on? At this point, I want to ask some questions. You said he's a minister in church.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's still ministering in church.
In fact, he's a pastor now. They are raising pastor.
He's a pastor. Does he have his own church?
Ma'am?
He has his own church?
No, he doesn't. It's under people, like under a single man person's church.
Which church is that?
He used to go to one church, then he left.
Which church?
And then they go to a new famous church now.
Which church is that?
Let's just put it as Awatokuro the Winners.
Awatokuro the Winners. Okay, that person has his own church, so he's under that. Because so that the pastor can be aware. The pastor that has that church too can be aware he has somebody that can be molesting.
Pastor Tokuro the Winners don't know that church is there.
Okay, so he is now under that pastor.
Yes. And up to today, I have sworn my daughter can never be. I have a very pretty daughter. I can say that with my preachers. My daughter can never be led to that man in the name of Grandpa, Grandpa. I repeat it. I will never. Right now, our relationship is not smooth at all. We are. What's the word you can use? We're estranged. Both me, his wife, and we're all estranged. And his wife will be thinking maybe because of the other things she has done to me.
This person you are talking about, how old is he? How old is this man you are talking about?
Now he should be turning, probably he should be 60 soon, if not next year. Maybe the other in 2020, I think it's next year, he'll be 60. Yeah, because what I'm telling you now is happened about 11 years ago, 11 years ago.
Okay.
Because that was when I first arrived.
That's something cheek. You said, who told you the pastor himself may not be doing the same thing in his own church too? I assume, we can't say because one person is bad, every other person is bad too. There are some people that will not. But I'm just like,
if you see this man, you will not know that he's capable. There's no tracy. He's quiet. He is well respected. That was why I knew I can never say anything. Nobody will believe me. Let's just put it at that. They will see me as an adopted child that came to ruin their family. I thought about it so many ways. Even up to today, maybe now I can tell the wife if he ever gets to that point that you really think I was just crazy all these years looking at you guys, or you think I'm quiet because I just felt like, okay, I appear ungrateful. No, there's more to it. You guys try to take advantage of me. If I report him, if I call police and say this is what I'm going through, what do you think our African community will say?
They will say one help. That's what they will say. They help her and she has scattered their homes. Their home.
Meanwhile, if he had been sleeping with me in the house, if I had gotten pregnant, because he's a medical somebody, he could have given me something to use and go and abort. There's so many scenarios I thought in my head. And so because of that, whenever I'm home alone with him, I guide myself. Like gold. I try not to be alone with him. Thankfully, he works a lot, so he's not always around like that. The few times he tries to essay me, well, maybe at night, early in the morning, or before his wife wakes up, when I'm alone with him in the house, My auntie even told me that he got to an extent that he will be texting her at work and be saying, come and meet me, so please. And my auntie will say, that my auntie is the one that he essayed too. My auntie will say, I can't believe your wife is here. My auntie said because she was scared that because people will label her because she understands. They are like cousins.
All right, so let me try to round up so that other people can call in.
So, but basically, my just to say everything, a lot of these things happen, and people go through stuff. People go through stuff that they can never say. There will be too much. It's too traumatic.
All right, thanks for sharing your experience, and we are hopeful you get your healing as you have spoken out. Hopefully, you come to terms with it, and hopefully, it might even get to a day you might even have to confront the wife with what has gone on. Just be ready; it might get to that. Okay, be ready; it might get to that stage. Yes,
so.
That might be the time you will really embrace how will I put it? It might get to that time you might have to let the wife know. You consider her a mother, and let's just assume she might not be in the know. And let's assume even if she's in the know, sometimes you need to tell it to their face that yes, this happened. That this happened.
I don't have proof. I don't have to.
You don't have to have proof.
I never thought to record or anything.
You don't have to. You don't need to have proof. You can't just wake up and lie on somebody that is elderly like that. No. I always tell people when a younger person is talking, and that is why when things like this happen, they look at who is vulnerable among the two. They listen to the vulnerable than the one that is strong. In this case, you are the vulnerable one. So they need to listen to you. It's just like the case of that woman that I brought here that we played the show. When the wife got to know that the man was sleeping with her niece, she only warned the man. Nǹkan tó ń ṣe yóò dá o, blah, 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 blah. And the man continued. So at a point, they had to take the niece out of the house. The niece left. And that was when the niece by herself.
The wife is always asking me, are you sure you're a virgin? So they're sure to virgin.
So after, you see, so after that, the man now started with his own children. He started with the first child. Onshe. He started with the second. Onshe. He now got to the third. The mother of these children knew all along. He knew all along something was going on. Until Boyagbati, the other girl, no, not even niece, is her first daughter from another marriage, not niece. I think it was in the process, the first daughter now by herself. That was when she became scared. That you know, and that made her to speak out. She saw the help of Barrister Olumide. Not only the first child. Thank you, Tope. Thank you. You really followed the story. Thank you you followed the story. It was the first child of the woman from another marriage. The girl eventually cried herself. That was when that woman now became scared, and she came out to talk, and she sought help. And I told Barrister, I said, Barrister, in a normal society,
I thought that could have been me.
Yes, that man has been arrested. Yes, the man has been arrested.
That could have been me.
The man has been arrested. Go ahead. Let me give you time to speak out.
I felt like that could have been me. Because, remember, I'm not there on the day. I'm living there. I felt like one day it will get to it if I'm not sure. And the reason why when marriage opportunity showed up, I won't just panic. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. I never sleep with anybody in Nigeria. I went to an only girls' school. Nobody ever makes. People make advances, but I mean, I have a lived background story that I know that my life cannot turn out the way my parents live their own. I have to be different. So I had a kid. And then I came in, my auntie be asking me, are you a virgin? Are you sure you're a virgin? I was one day I told her, I said she should stop. You are not living with me in Nigeria. You are not there. I'm here now because, I'm a good girl and you know it. I didn't know, maybe she was trying to find out if I have potential.
Or maybe her husband has done something with you.
She knows her husband can, they have their history. What did cheat? Somebody cheated on somebody. I think trust was.
Most of these women are actually the enablers. They are the enablers. They are actually, I said most of these women, they are actually the enablers, the wives. They are enablers in all these things. Most of them know.
That's why I thought that if she knows that her husband used to, cheat, she should have at least come to me and say, my dear, if anything happened to the shop, I will be held responsible. Because you are responsible for me. Then you say, but she never approached me. She was always, if her husband has not smiled too much at me, she'll be angry. You can tell she's reacting to something. But it's like, let me just put it this way. The man knows he assaulted me. I know he assaulted me. We never talk about it. We never say anything about it. It's like it didn't happen. It's like it literally did not happen. But God is my living witness. God is my living witness. It did. Just a few days ago, I was Googling. I said, if somebody touches this part of your body, if somebody hugs you in a sexual manner, what does that mean? Google tell me that is sexual assault.
That thing is still, that means that thing is really on your mind for you to still be thinking about it and going through all that.
You need to mention their names.
Okay, somebody said you need to mention their names. Yeah, why are you protecting him at this stage? Is it that he's going to do anything to you? Because he might be doing it to others as things are now. Even the young people in the church.
She cannot heal. She did not say it out.
I can't.
Sorry.
She said she cannot. A
lot of things will be spoiled.
A lot of things will be messed up.
Messy.
It will be messy.
It will be very messy. It will be very, very messy.
But how can you get justice?
It's very messy.
No, I'm not sure she's looking for justice in this case. She's just wanting
I'm not
to
looking for justice.
talk
I'm
out
just saying
the trauma
people
she
should
has
be
bottled
alert.
up. That's what I
People should be
think.
aware. If you have a niece in the house, if you have a young lady in the house, and you see that they are gloomy, they are sometimes unhappy, or you yourself, they are yelling at them, every slight thing you are snapping at them, you should try and be considerate because you don't know. You don't know.
Sweetheart,
You
Shoni,
don't know.
that
I don't have
do
a
you
name.
think you need to go for
I don't have a name.
therapy
I
or
want to
something?
protect. I don't have a name, but it will be tagged ungrateful. They will look at the good things they have done to you. People will look at the good things they have done to you, and they'll use that to judge you, including family. Including family. How do I say I want to live a 30-something-year-old marriage? How old am I? Well, at the time I was 20, I was 19, 20. Now I'm 30. So they are 30-something years in marriage already. He has a child as old as I am, even though he's a boy.
Oh, and that boy is like your brother as things are.
We really stand by looking that somebody who has sold his son. He has a child as old as I am.
Ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin oníṣekúṣe.
He preaches in church. I sit in service. I sit behind my mom every Sunday. And I look at him.
You go to the same church? Hold on.
But when he's home, he's not doing the same. And because he's the one funding my bill, let me put it that way, he's taking care of me. He's a father at home. How do I mention it? Who do I talk to? Who do I tell? I can't walk up to anybody. It was like I was dying there. It was terrifying. Do you know how terrifying it is to be living in the house? I'm thinking,
good evening.
This person like my RPU one day.
Ṣé kí n pè ẹ́ later? Jẹ́ kí n pè ẹ́ later.
Please
okay?
let us stop first. Let us stop talking. So
Jẹ́ kí n pè ẹ́ later, ṣùgbọ́n.
Let us stop because that's too much. That has got to our emotion side.
Yes. So màá pè ẹ́ later, ṣùgbọ́n.
See, good evening, ma'am. This is my first time of joining your program, and what I want to say is that most of these problems start with the women and end with the women. All of this rubbish that happens everywhere starts with the women and end with the women.
Màá pè ẹ́ later, ṣùgbọ́n. Lọ fomi bọ́jú ẹ̀, I'll call you later. All right, sweetheart, I'm more available. You can call me, okay?
Who they are, morally and
go ahead.
wise.
Go ahead, Momo Sexy.
Are you listening to me, ma'am?
Yes. Please don't call my 240. Oh, Lord. Emma Basho Yijeo, this is not the line to call. If you want to call me, let me give you the line to call me on, okay? Please don't call my 240. Call this one, 240-351-9287 +1 240-351-9287. Again, +1 240-351-9287. Okay, so for those that are saying maybe she should mention the name and she says she's not ready to, you know one thing, àwọn tó ń lọ́rọ̀, the people that has the issue, wọ́n mọ ẹni tó ń sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n máa mọ̀ pé àwọn lọ́rọ̀ kàn. So ẹ jẹ́ ká ìfilẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀. We can't force people to talk about some things. Ibi tán bá lè sọ̀rọ̀ dé náà la máa accept, okay? You know, so let her just take care of herself. So Omo Sexy, I'm listening to you. Please go ahead. We are listening, Omo Sexy. Hello. Omo Sexy, Omo Sexy.
So what I'm saying is that most of them to be woman and okay. Yes, I can hear you from here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. We can hear you clearly now.
Network. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that all these problems start from a woman and end with them. Opening the problem,
you are right.
My own experience, I was in a church. I'm an adult. I'm in a church, and I'm a chorister. If you see me and my pastor's wife, we look exactly like twins. And my pastor and his wife has been married for over 17 years, won't be more. I am an orphan, and I'm just working in the church because I don't have any other way to turn to but working in the church. So this man decided to help me. And I think it's because I'm hardworking in the church. Fast forward, he's a lecturer. One day he invited me over to his office. You know, somebody who is a pastor, and then what will I think otherwise? So I went. So the next thing was to, okay, let's be going home. And then on our way home, he branched to hotel. And when he branched to hotel, who feel love me?
Please,
First
English.
of all, let's all know that.
Wait, can I ask you one question first? Wait. Can I ask you one question? You said women are the problem of this thing. Why did you say so? Almost sexy. Any suru. Can I ask you why you said women are at fault? Or we are, I don't know. There was something you said earlier when you were to start. The confusion at the beginning.
Yes.
I want to try and get you. You said women are the cause of all these things. Did I get you right there?
Yeah, I said women as at the problem.
Your line is breaking.
They are the problem of these men.
How?
They are the
May I know why you said so?
less
May I know why you said so?
should be. How is it? Of us, who is that me? Who raised that man? Okay, who raised that man? What trauma be a man? What was his childhood like? What was his young age like? What was the wife controlling him? Sherry, the day will be okay is the day we'll tell ourselves the truth and stop playing victim. I am telling you my experience. One of my experiences is that, do you know that man told me, that pastor asked me out, and I told him I can't, because I know I'm a single girl. If anything happened, people will blame me, they will not blame him. They will not say I'm on my own and he come to meet me. They will say single sister has snatched pastor's wife,
somebody's wife, husband.
I didn't go to the church, I didn't accept the guy. Do you know, later on in life, about like a year after, later on in life, do you know that this woman gets to see one of the messages that the husband used to send for me in his mailbox? And do you know what this woman did? She called me and attacked me and said, I am dating her husband.
Sorry, you were telling a story before I asked the question.
So if you now want to tell that woman that her husband did, yes, this is up to. I told you that the pastor asked me out. He did.
Okay.
And I turned it. After turning down, I could not stay in the church. At the church, at the parish. Yes, because understand it. So I left. Later on in life, the wife got to know. He's to me on Facebook. And straight up, she called me and said she does not like the way I acted with her husband, that I'm dating her husband. And I called her. I said, you are a single sister's mothers. You raise us in the church. The kinds of girls you raised, are they girls that you raised to be sleeping with another woman's husband? And she couldn't say anything. If I wanted to do the worst, I would have gone back to date her husband. Since Oriokwe. See, women, the earlier we call, the better for us. I have another one at hand now. I will still tell you and tell you why I'm saying women are the problem. I got pregnant for a guy whose mother didn't left her for another woman to raise, and so from a broken home. And when I had a child for him, I get to know the mom. So,
I guess it's network. Our line keeps going off and on.
Together with the child. Initially, the guy is in America. I know how they are in America. I don't know. The network is bad and it's paining me.
It's really paining me because I have a lot on my plate to digest. I have a lot to tell you. I have a lot to say actively to all of these things that we make it all about. I don't have Wi-Fi. I'm using MB, and MTN is so stupid back here. I'm sorry to use that word. So as I was saying, if the women in that house take note of the younger women, nothing would have happened to that lady. That lady would have had free wife, everything, was going on with that. How did the wife, would she have appreciated it, have helped the lady not to grow? No. Some women, when you are not even dating their husband, they will tell women like themselves that you are dating my husband.
Is this why you are
Tell
blaming
me,
women
if
for what
such
is
woman's
going on?
husband make advance to you, how do you know how in your wife?
Is that why you are blaming? Hold on, my sister. Is this why you are for young victims, young girls, vulnerable ones, or which one?
These young victims, young ladies, I'm blaming the person I'm blaming. The young children. When you see a pedophile, when you see a man that is a pedophile, before you even leave a child for a man, can't you take care and check what the man is?
The question you should ask is, do they know they are pedo?
The answer is no.
Hold on. Do they know they are pedo? The people that are leaving them for their the two people that spoke about their story.
That means that
one person said, no. Can you just hold on, my sister? The first, because your own story, the way you are coming, the angle you are coming from, I don't see it relating with what these people have gone through. You are relating your story from probably somebody suspecting you of dating their husband and all that.
Auntie Adone, it is.
You see, no. You can't blame victims for that. What you went through, I went through it. We are a man.
I'm not blaming this lady, Auntie Adone. I'm not blaming. Auntie Adone, I'm not blaming this lady.
So where are you? Why did you say women are to blame? They are at fault for most of the things the men are doing.
I'm blaming. God bless you. Then get me right, Mom. It was one mother that gave her up for an adoption to come to America, isn't it?
No. I think at this point, at this point, I am dropping you. No. At this point, I'm going to drop you off this show. You are excuse me? What do you mean? So I cannot entrust my child to my sister, my sisters. Hold on. No. I don't like the angle you are taking this thing. This is so unfair. So I cannot ask my daughter to go and meet my junior sister in America.
Do you know the man?
What do you mean? Àbúrò mi ni mo fún lọ́mọ. My daughter is going to meet my sister.
If you know your sister, do you know the man your sister is living with?
My darling sister, at this point, I think I will let you go, please.
You have to know it. You have to know the terrain before you send your child there. Problem when you keep trusting people, you trust them to your why are you trusting them? To what? But even a father sleeping with their own daughter, why are you trusting people? For what?
So my sister would now say, bring your daughter to come and stay here with me in America.
Your sister's husband. Okay, now you've trusted him, so see what's happening now.
Ẹni tó hùwà yẹn ló mess up.
Take your precaution. You don't trust anybody. You don't know who.
Please let this woman talk. She's making.
Take care of yourself.
Okay. Oh yeah.
People are listening. Let her get her point out.
Until we begin.
She is making sense.
Why you say what? Why you were think before I come in? Auntie Yemi, please. God bless you. See, Auntie Aidi. What you were saying when I came in was even the wife that are culprit, you need to get you saying it. Try to take care of. So fine. Children at home and you are working, you are not that's part of our job as a woman. You don't take children cannot even be free to talk to you. What kind of a mother are you?
On that angle, I agree.
Sleep with that lady. And then, of course, who
can you fix your network,
know?
please?
Because she might feel she does not need to say it out.
On that area, I agree with you. You understand? Whereby a child may not be able to talk to the parent.
Some people will report to their mother. Some people will report to their mother and they will not believe that child.
I know, you are right. Like that woman I mentioned too. But in this particular scenario, hold on, Yemi or
Yemi is fine.
on this particular case she's using as a case study, that one is what I said I don't agree with.
I get you, ma, but I think what she's trying to do is, when you're on a platform like this, it's not just about the case in question. So she needs to just get her point across properly so that she will try to educate other people listening. Because some people are ready to make that mistake now.
Because the angle she came from initially was that she kept mentioning was some people will say you are dating their husband. Some people will say you are dating their husband. I'm like, that is not relevant to this story.
Do you remember the case of, there's two cases. Do you remember the case of this doctor?
Yes, Dr. Femi. Yes.
Did you hear the voice note of the mother when she found out what was going on? His own mother
was actually, yes, blaming the wife.
Exactly. And that wife was a very courageous person. And then I think there was another RCCG pastor that one radio was carried that he was actually essaying his own child. And the mother knew, still stayed, still covering.
But this particular story that she tried to use, this lady mentioned that her parents are both late.
But okay, what I'm trying to say is, what she's trying to get
maybe she shouldn't have used that. Nobody should call my line. Line 10 pay yen ma pe. Emba show you je.
The lady that called you on the voice note that
almost sexy, where are you? People want you back. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the lady that just spoke now that she's trying to use. What I think she's trying to say about that lady is the father. I don't know whether her moms are late or whatever, because people.
She mentioned it that her parents are late. Exactly. That was why they brought her to US.
So even the
other. Don't call my numbers. I've given out the number to call. Eko ma pe just any number. Shefe kin block gbogbo yin lórí the other numbers mini.
God give us women something which is called.
Please, can you hear me on YouTube? Sorry.
It's okay, ma.
If homosexy is not coming back, Motiniko Pada, Yemi, if you understand what she's trying to say, please go ahead and tell us.
Yeah, what give us?
Because I don't want a situation whereby victims do not want to come and talk.
Let me tell you, it's not just even. See, this thing is so okay. Let me let Afro speak.
Because when she started off really wrong. Saying women are the cause, women are the start of the problem, and women are the end of the problem. Right? That's what
that's why let me buttress her point. Afro, let me buttress her point. The fact that she said
the words that she used.
Yes, she used that word, but if she is able to explain properly.
Just 1 second.
Okay.
See, when she now started speaking, I could understand what she's saying. Every case is different.
Yes.
Exactly.
Every case is different. Some women, right? We don't know why they keep mute. Some of them
God bless you, Afro-atheist.
Some of them
they themselves might even be victim and be scared.
Most of them are victims.
I don't like people blaming victims. Let's get to the root of the thing and talk about it.
Exactly. Some of them are dependent on these men. The men have done it in such a way that these women cannot do anything. They cannot go anywhere. They
Afro-atheist.
Please let me finish. Okay. Right? In some cases, we need to take this thing individual cases. Yes, women can be enabled.
Then I would have preferred if she didn't mention that particular lady's case. Because you all saw her crying.
Like that. And
why is this person keep calling me? And I keep cutting off this number. Why?
goodness sake.
Now.
Come on now. Where is your
Alpha
motherly
now.
instinct? Where's your motherly say, okay, right, we've just heard this, ladies. Have some empathy, sensitivity.
Okay, good. You can hear now. Good. Thank you. Thank you. Please, nobody, the number to call, please. Hello, me, you will just jump into the show and just call the number because you have that number. Gbogbo yín ni ma block lórí 347 mi àti 2 the other 24. The number to call is +1 240 351 9287. Okay, I can see your message now. I keep saying this is the number to call. Sister, I saw your message now pop up. This is the number to call. +1 240 351 9287. I will give you everybody time. It's all okay, sis. I can see your message. Okay, you said I'm sorry to disturb you. So call me on +1 240 351 9287. Call me on that number. No audio again, Ke.
If people don't go through some things,
Okay,
you will not understand what people are going through. It is easy for us to come up here and victim blame.
and I said it from onset. I said I don't want anybody to come and blame the victim, because this is the reason why a lot of people do not want to talk. And the predators, and let us remember, there are predators in women. There are some women doing it, there are some men doing it, and the predators are walking around freely. They are sitting by you, living in your house. They are with your children. They are the one relating with your children, relating with your sisters, relating with your brother, and you think everything is okay. This is why people don't want to talk. She might have a point, but the way she started it is why I am not okay with.
What that woman is saying, but what I'm trying to say is, he's trying to buttress the fact that trust nobody.
Yeah, she did it wrong.
Suspect everybody. She's not using the right choice of words.
At all.
That's just the problem. That's why I'm not supporting her at all. The first thing when things like this happen is to hear people out, listen, hug them, tell them you because what the victim what the perpetrator uses that nobody will believe you.
Yes, that go and say it. Yemi, I once had somebody, a man, telling a victim, lójú tì ni, ìyí tó bá lójú tì, ní lọ síta pé wọ́n rape. That means you are not even ashamed of yourself.
Some will even tell you that if you shout,
that you think a man will want to marry you after hearing that. I said, the lady was telling me, I said, wow. So he told you that? He said, yes. This was somebody she was supposed to marry, and she thought by telling the man, this is what I have gone through, the man will be able to give her that strength and courage, because it was affecting her relating with the man. She couldn't trust men at that point. So she thought telling the man will help her. This is what I've gone through. This is why I'm being frigid. It affects some people. They will be frigid in their relationship. Exactly. So she was telling the man, and the next thing the man was saying was that you want to go and say that kind of a thing. You want to talk. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? That was what broke their marriage. Their relationship. She was like, okay, if I cannot trust you to find a succor or support from you, then I'm in the wrong place. But luckily enough, she found somebody else who appreciated her and stood by her.
Can I say something from a professional perspective, please? This is very important from a professional perspective. I beg of you. It's very important.
Can you please hold on? Why the people talking? Afro 80s, you want to say something, because I have a caller who wants to say something here.
I just want to say something just from a professional perspective.
All right.
When we are blaming women, we are indirectly trying to tell the women to walk in the perspective of a predator. Right? Now, you cannot understand the mind of a predator.
Yeah.
You cannot try and rationalize why they do
what they do.
Mm-hmm. So when that lady said men are men,
of course, talking about if you live your life constantly suspecting everyone, then you will just have mental health issues.
She was trying to say, just automatically, you should know that, and that is wrong as well for all men. You are grouping all the men as predators when you say men are men.
Yes. Right? Then you start. Then they will start suspecting everybody.
Yes.
Not every man is that bad. Not every man will just take somebody and no.
We can't. expect women to be in the minds of the predators. The predator could be her husband right next to her, and she will not have a clue.
A clue. Mm-hmm.
The lady was saying, oh, if you have a sister and you're going to go and keep your children with your sister's husband, don't you know him? You may not know anything at all.
After it is, can you please pause so that this person can talk, please?
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. If you want to go down, you can. I'll bring you up if you are ready again. Oh yeah, go ahead. You're online. Do you want to contribute or you have something to share?
No, just to contribite.
Okay. Please make it very brief for us.
Anything to share. Two things. One, the lady that called, her story is really sad, and it's unfortunate that she's leveraging on the other lady's story to portray her own point. The lady was very clear. Her both parents were dead.
Yes.
She didn't have the luxury. She had no luxury to get any informed knowledge of where she was going to. Somebody has mentioned that each case is different and as such should be handled differently. It's very important. And thirdly, a lot of mothers are going through a lot. In many cases, the mothers or the adults in that situation
the guardians
are probably even in that same guardian in that situation, are probably in that same bondage or in that same situation, if not worse, than the people, the victims themselves. I've had the privilege of working with teenagers, damaged children, and this is, I don't want to say not new, and that was why I was very particular about that lady going offline, because that was not sharing, that was help. That was a cry for help. Somebody should follow up with that lady. That is a cry for help. We've been trained to identify that. That is a cry for help.
Yes.
And I'm afraid for her. Somebody should follow up on her.
We will.
Somebody should follow up on her.
We will.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Can I quickly say something?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well done. There's one problem that I have about our people. They don't know how to comfort the victim.
God bless you. Most times.
We lack that.
Empathy.
Sometimes you don't need to judge or you don't need to see anything.
To even see anything at all.
The victim just wants you to, she just wants somebody to talk
to. Listen. Somebody to listen.
Just listen. Don't judge, don't comment. Just listen. And the best thing you can do for the victim is just to give her a hug and tap her and just tell her that she has done nothing wrong. She has done well. Condemning victims, you are adding salt to their injury.
Thank you.
Or if you are telling you should have, you could have, you would have. You don't. Victim doesn't need that. The deed has been done. You are not there. They were the one that knows the agony they went through, the trauma they are going through. You are not there. It has never happened to you. So you can't feel their pain. So this really breaks my heart. When somebody have courage, because it takes courage for somebody to open up and narrate a story.
Experience, yeah.
Experience. For you to learn. It's not because she wants you to join or you can't help her.
Or fight for her. Exactly.
You can't fight for her. She summoned courage to narrate that story. Her past, what she has gone through. Her pain. What is really hurting her. And you are there, listening and trying to condemn her. What is wrong with us? That lady needs to see a therapist. She needs to heal. She needs to heal from the past. She needs to cut herself, cut those people away from her life. She needs to stop seeing
those people, yeah.
Those people.
Because she's still traumatized, yeah.
She's still traumatized. Yeah, she is still traumatized. And
especially being an orphan, somebody who lost both parents.
Yeah, she needed a mother to talk to. She couldn't go home and just tell mommy, this is what happened to me. Nobody to tell her, my dear, come and sit down on my lap. Let me give you a hug. Have you eaten? Nobody to care for her. Nobody
nobody to listen to her.
This is making me. This is your talk is making me emotional now.
Let's stop that manner of condemning the victims. Don't tell them they are lying. You are not there. They are the one that experienced this. And it's so pathetic that when it happened to somebody, because you will be saying that they want to bring somebody down, they want to spoil their name, they want to do. Why are we like this? When are we going to wake up? Now the lady now said that the guy is a pastor. A pastor. Something happened there was an incident that happened that occurred in Birmingham. Was it Birmingham? Yeah, in Birmingham. A pastor, the guy is in jail now with the wife.
They mentioned it earlier.
You mentioned it earlier?
Yes.
I know the person, they are very close to me.
Oh, you know them one-on-one?
Very well. Very, very well. The pastor disvirgin all the daughters of this lady. Sleeping with the wife, with the mother, and he was the one that disflowered all the girls. Impregnated some, the wife now will remove the pregnancy. Yes. Maybe they were using something for them that made them not to, the mother especially. The pastor destroyed the marriage, the family, because their father is in Nigeria. What to do, man? Send the mother and the children abroad so that they can live better life. This pastor destroyed the family.
Hi.
Why is it that we always clap for a man there because he's a man?
He's a man.
Can you imagine? A man will always be a man. What kind of nonsense is that? I remember when I was growing up, my boyfriend then, what happened? I think I came home late, and my dad was coming back from work, and he saw us, two of us, around 6:30 in the evening, when I was supposed to be at home. My dad got him arrested. So now people are saying it's a man, because it's a man. That's why you are the one that took voice out of your fellow ladies. They can't talk.
Benny.
You stigmatize them. You give them names. You shame them. See the lady crying, which means
the same way, even men that are going through stuff don't talk because it is said men should not cry.
Can you imagine? And they are dying silently.
And people are dying silently. Yeah. Thank you, my sister. Thank you for your wonderful contribution.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. So let me pick this call. Somebody is trying to call in. Okay, she is trying to call in again. The last lady. I can call her girl. She's my daughter. I can call her girl. She's trying to call you. Are you trying to talk or something? Hello.
I wanted to say, people were saying that parents should know, we trust people. Like somebody said, every case is different. Should I go and tell my parents who have passed what I'm going through? Are they going to come and save me?
Maybe she did.
Who do I call in that? Do I call the pastor of the church where he's a minister and say, this is what your minister is doing to me? Would they have believed him? They were all in there when they were adopting us.
They won't even listen.
What would you look at?
Yeah.
Abi, is it the people who they said they see vision of, oh, if you adopt these children, they're going to come and destroy your life in America? Is it those ones I want to go and call and just play into their hands?
Oh, God.
That's why I said there's a more to the story. People talk, people don't know. It's easy to give advice. It's easy. Or should I go and tell the wife who I know did me a huge favor by adopting me? Okay, fine. She might not be an evil person all the way, or even if she knows. But at least she said she was gonna come educate me. She adopted me and my only living sibling, because I had a sibling that died. An older sibling from my biological mom that died. Wow. Should I have called her, or should I have told my younger brother, who I'm trying to protect, for him not to see the man as he is? Because if I tell my younger brother,
How is he going to start
Your
asking
younger
for the
brother might even face the man, and it might result in something more serious because you are at their mercy.
Said something, and they would have bought the first.
Or they ask both of you to leave the house.
Back to Nigeria to cover up, so that I won't be able to say anything to anybody and keep their name protected in their high society.
Sweetheart, we are not blaming you. 99% of people on this platform watching you that have listened to you, we are not blaming you. So please don't let one person comment or assertion affect you, please. Okay? We can 100% not be with you, please. So don't let it take you back and give you PTSD to start thinking about if this, if that. So please, we are all giving you a hug from here. Jo tori Olohun. Mara Rokan, please.
There's a lot of things at stake. My future was at stake.
Definitely.
I thought, what is there for me to go back to in Nigeria?
Definitely.
I came here for a reason. It wasn't like I wasn't being cared for where I was coming from. I had a good childhood. I was raised properly. I was not raised with my biological parents, and that's a whole different story entirely. But sometimes we find ourselves in places where we do not choose.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Bele.
We navigate life based on what comes at us.
Yes, yes.
Because at the end of the day, you just want to make it out alive. You just want to make sure that you provide a future for yourself and the children that you will one day have. I said a word. I don't know if anybody caught it. I said, I did not want to, I specifically remained a virgin till I got married, not because I want to be in the statistics of I was a virgin. No, I do the choices my parents made that made me go live in another person's household, to grow up in another person's household. I don't want to make such choices. I don't want to find myself in such place where my children, I don't want a situation where my children will look at me and say, what sort of mother are you? What sort of decision did you make? I cannot turn back the hand of time on what my parents did. But I can make changes on what it's within my control right now to make changes so that my children will not look at me and say, oh, my parents are dead. Do I look at them as a failure sometimes? Yes, I'll be honest. Because it's okay to say, this person spoiled my life, that person spoiled my life. Right now, my life is in my own hands. What am I doing with it? That's why I decided to say, if I say something, things would mess up. I might end up going back to Nigeria, and then it's just finished. What you told me is like my future just goes blank. So I endured. Like I said, to the glory of God, He never raped me. I remained a virgin till I married, and God is my witness. But that did not change the fact that He assaulted me every other day. He was doing it gradually, and he was probably hoping that one day I will give in.
Give in for him.
Like I said, I spent 3.5 years there. If I had stayed longer, if I had not got married at 23, imagine the different scenarios. This kind of man is the one that will be sleeping with you every night. So I don't do it. Just because they can. I don't have any other family member I want to run to. I don't have any family member. Church members are not your family members. They will turn around and judge you.
Then, church people go at the worst.
So I knew I was on my own.
Church people are the worst to share things with. Yes. I can say that categorically. They are the worst people to share things with. They will judge you. They will tag you. They will victimize you.
In the community, in the society, in church, and at work. So you cannot just come up and say, this is what I'm going through without having strong support behind you. Is housing you, is clothing you, all of that supersedes for some people.
And you have to be grateful and condone anything.
As people are concerned, just shut up and keep it moving. I only share this story not because I feel like talking or because I don't have anything to do, but I just want you to know, it's right now where I am, there's no rain falling. But I can't talk about what's happening in Ghana. I can't talk about what's happening in England. It rains in some places and you don't even know what's going on.
That's true.
We just know how to package and shield ourselves. Sometimes when we walk on the streets, I'm looking at, is this person a victim? Is that person a victim? No, if somebody tells me that they were assaulted, I will believe them. Because why? I was there. I was there. That somebody who is perfect can do no wrong. the way people see them, the way people respect them, they are animals, they are terrible. You will know, you can, maybe I will freeze all the time when that happens. You will be sorrow. Because I had too much at stake. I had too much at stake.
It's okay, dear.
Would I leave my younger brother here and go back to Nigeria? It's not going to be my way. They will do it. They will send me back. And I know. Because they will try to protect their name.
Their name, that's true.
That's just it.
That's true. Oshe, dear. Oshe. My best letter. I'll get you from here, okay? Love you.
Yes, ma'am.
Inile ninje ba you. Hello.
Hello, Tobi.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sis.
Yes. You see, we don't have to blame the victims. When you people blame victims, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Blame the victims. And some kids, they die in silence. And the whistleblower, even if it's my father, I will tell. Everybody knows me. My sisters are online with you right there. Hold on, let me turn off the program. I'm echoing.
Yes, you are.
Give me a minute.
No problem.
Give me a minute.
Hey, we are not covering man, we are not covering women. If a woman has done that, this platform is there for you to speak out, people, please.
Even if it's my father, I tell people, don't tell me anything. No. If you tell me anything about rape, I will say it. I will go to the police. There are so many times that I'm walking on the street and I see something. So I call the police. Let them check. There's no harm in checking. If there's nothing wrong, then the person is free. And if there's something wrong, that's one down. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
How can you know who is a pedo? You cannot know.
No.
You know that G.
Benny.
Anthony, you know that G. The good ones, the church goers, I'm sorry to say this. I'm not an atheist and I'm not an unbeliever. You understand? I am nothing. But you know that G. I don't trust nobody. I have seen a father that raped her daughter because the daughter wanted to talk. He used voodoo on the lady that her memory was wiped out. Have you ever heard that? The memory was wiped out.
Wow.
The lady didn't know anything until she had a surgery. She was in her late 40s. Then she started remembering.
Or could it be, my sister, hold on, ma, Emma Binu, me voodoo. What happened might traumatize the lady and a part of her brain shut off. Oman Shelley. Yeah, the trauma can make a part of her brain to go off.
Okay, until she now recollected the incidents after she has given birth to like 2 children. Then she told the sister that look at that man that comes to your house. He's our father. But be careful with your daughters.
Wow.
Most especially the new baby. He might be using her to do so and so. Tell him, the sister now said, tell him I said that to you. You understand? So since the person told me that old man, when I see him, I'll tell him, Daddy, I confront the man, this Baba, all the time I see him in church, holding girls. Carrying babies.
Auntie.
Carrying baby girls.
Auntie, hold on.
Ma,
you see the man in church?
Yes. I see him in church all the time, and he knows. I'll just say, Daddy,
so you would right there.
Yes.
Is he married? Is the man married? Good job.
The man will just quietly walk out of the church.
Very good. I love you.
My sisters are online with you. Sometimes they always ask me,
talk on if good job.
Don't do anything wrong in front of me. I will tell. Yeah, I will tell. And I will stand by it. You understand? One day I met that old man at the church, the stairs of the church. I said, Daddy Muferi, me like the because I want you. He looked at me. He never came back to that church again.
Good.
And whenever I see him, I'm always saying, I said, tell him I said so. And I have a friend whose stepson molested her daughter. She told me, and I called everybody in that family, that you see this boy, you are looking, he's now an old man. Don't trust him with anybody. I even called his wife too. That oh my because think bye. No, she find bye. Why are you covering them? Stop covering these people. When you cover them, is that they will start doing more and more things, and there are more and more victims damaged.
Ben.
You understand? Don't cover anybody. And let me tell you one thing. Rape does in our Western world, rape doesn't have statutory limits. You can be 80 years old and you remember somebody that raped you at 5.
Yes.
That person will be liable to judgment in any Western world. Even if the Baba is 80 years,
he will pay for
it.
Him
to the jailhouse. There's nursing home in the jailhouse.
Bill Cosby is a perfect example.
Yes. Yes. They have nursing homes there. So don't cover anybody. I know it's really tough. You cannot blame somebody who doesn't have a mother, who doesn't have a father. We should blame the people that are molesting people.
The perpetrators.
How would you know? Is it written on their forehead? Stop blaming the victims. No. Stop blaming them. That's why people don't want to talk. Let me tell you, Auntie Adoni, if my grandson sees somebody and go and hide, I will ask my grandson, come here. Why are you hiding from him? And I'll tell the person, why is this boy hiding from you? If you are trying to do something shady, you are going to jail. You are going to jail. And my sisters are online with you. They know. They will be laughing now. They call me Karen. You know, there are some Karens in America that will always call police on everything.
They will always talk.
I'll call police at so anything on Baba. And you,
that's
and
actually a sad
everybody
one.
Online now. We should all be aware of our surroundings. And you say, because you won't believe them, because they are doing something right. And people have found out of babying the rich people. They think pastors, rich people can't do nothing wrong. They are the worst people. They are the worst people. Because they will think nobody will believe you.
Nobody will believe.
I tell my grandchildren, even if you tell me, I will believe you. I believe my children over anybody.
That's it, oh.
And everybody.
Yes, oh.
So they know me. So don't say, why didn't you tell? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? No. It's never done. And let me tell you, the lady that said, in Kwabaje, let me tell you one thing. You're doing it, you're not doing this for yourself. You are doing it for the people coming.
It's just like me that I came out to talk. It's not for myself anymore. Yeah.
It's not for you. It's for other children. It's for serving other people. Not just for you. And you saying, why is your shesa? Why is your shesa? No, I always tell my house help, if you care to know. Yes.
Correct. Go ahead, Mama. You are making sense.
And because some women are in bondage. You said you are a victim. Then why allow another person to be another victim? Speak up.
And Sherry, about my darling sister, about speaking up. Speaking up, it's at your own time. That's why it takes a lot of people a long time to speak up. Some people cannot speak immediately. Some do not have listening here. They don't have the support. They don't have the support. They don't have the people that are ready to listen. They don't know who to trust. So it's not something you can just... It will take some people like 20 years before they can come out to talk. Which is okay.
Because you brought the person to America, you want to give the person a good life, so you must ruin their life.
That's it.
Auntie, I'm a whistleblower. Number one, So about if I can go.
Sis.
More than my confront any, and I'm telling everybody now.
Yeah, some are scared too.
If you cannot
Yeah.
tell anybody, stand behind the person and say, "Auto to fair rep any, Abi, auto to fair bathroom, Agbaya."
Disgrace the person. But you have to
follow him. Be follow him all around. Tell him all around. Tell him all around.
But
until he died from his conscience. Oh my kuni, go back and tell you around.
Some don't want to be seen as victims. Yeah. Sis. Thank you.
People have conscience. Tell them. Don't say, Emma for your cocoa, what good or can you want good or go? Oh, back to buy it.
Ben you. Because
and
that's even
women, they'll be covering their husbands because they don't want to ruin their marriage. Shame on you.
Shame on them.
Shame and shame
big
on
shame.
You. Shame on you.
Some of them are watching us as we are talking. Oh, they are watching us. They know their husband is doing something like that.
You.
Sleeping with two people's children under them.
Because you are jobless, you don't have any job. Is that your life? Oh, let's save other people. Shame on you.
Thank you,
I don't want my marriage to keep.
Eventually, such marriage always break because there is no how. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Such people, the marriage always break up because there is no how. You will know your husband is sleeping with people that he's not supposed to sleep with, and you will be happy in that marriage. You can't turn any. You can't turn any. You don't share phone you to hang. If I miss your call, I will call you back. Oh. Hey, yeah, please don't cry, yo. Some people are sending message that I'm crying here. Don't cry, yo. Life in here. So if you want to call in, if I miss your number, I don't know which number I've missed or the one that has called back. So the number to call is +12403519287. We'll be rounding up very soon. Is there anybody that wants to come up on TikTok that wants to talk? You can unmute yourself if you want to contribute or you have something to share. So we are going to follow up with Imoran. Do you want to talk?
Yes, I can't.
Please, English. Oh, we are strictly on English on the platform. We have people from other countries in Africa on the platform. So please, strictly English, so they can be carried along.
Hear me very well.
Yeah, we can hear you. You can make it a bit louder if you can. Hello.
Okay. Let me take off from Bluetooth. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Thanks for
Thank you,
the privilege and opportunity.
You're welcome.
It's my pleasure to be among of you today. Those are the areas that I do counseling.
Oh, good.
I want to talk.
So that means you are a professional. Are you a therapist or something?
I'm a counselor.
You are a counselor, okay. Professionally.
Yes.
Okay, ma. Go ahead.
I want to talk to the parents first.
Go ahead, ma. Please, while you are talking, I need to really use the bathroom. So go ahead. 3 hours sitting down. Go ahead, ma.
You are trying. First thing I want to talk about is anyone you see, especially when those people they look onto as their, whatever I will call it, I don't want to start mentioning religion. So my advice to the parents is, not everyone you see any reasons you decide to live trust with. Because I look at some parents. Hello?
Yeah, I'm back with you.
Ma.
I'm back with you. Go ahead, ma.
What I'm trying to say is, what is the meaning of trust? Many of our Nigerian parents, they put trust on so many people. They put too much of respect. What you feel.
Your voice is low, ma, and the line is cutting off.
You will see people. Oh, okay. Are you hearing me very well?
Yeah, a bit better.
Can
Though
you hear me now?
your voice is kind of low.
And I'm close to my phone.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is,
I think we have to just flow with the way she's talking. Some people are not that, their voice are not that loud.
oh, I'm
No,
so
not
sorry.
you, ma. I'm just letting people know. Kishe ogun lo ma ni ru ohun aduni, ohun agogo.
Actually, mi ò lè pariwo púpọ̀ náà torí mo tún wà níbi iṣẹ́.
Oh, okay.
Bó ṣe gbọ́ mi, topic yẹn ó move me.
All right.
The topic really moved me. So what I want to say is, parents should be careful on whom to trust. Not even to trust. Trust nobody. Trust nobody. Some parents are too careless. Not that they are careless of giving their children the best, but they are careless in their thinking. They believe in everybody that they see, the caliber of whom they are. They trust the way they are on whom they are. Especially, I don't want to go into religion aspect because it will be the worst in me. Yes. Some people, when I saw a video on Facebook where the mother was, it was real, not just ordinary play or comedy. The girl was about 15. She's already pregnant. Who did this? What they now did is, the lady that they went to call, all these philanthropists, all these ladies that do this and that on the Facebook, they said, okay, to confirm first, the lady now used her own phone to call the man. As they get to talk to the man, because when they get there, he can deny. When this girl was telling him, he was asking him, I just want you to know that I have to tell my mom. Why did you have to tell your mom that you are pregnant for me? Why do you have to do that? I told you, don't worry. Imagine. The woman was asking her daughter to go and be helping them in their home. When you know you want to render help, go there by yourself. Or pay for the house help to assist them. Some parents push their children to the shameful place unknowingly. Parents need to be lectured on these things. They don't know. They believe in people they see they are good, they are nice. Even some parents never thought of it in life.
But my darling sister, how about the cases of where the father is actually the perpetrator, uncle? What do you say to that?
That's another thing.
It is all about just having some people who are not just disciplined. That's what I see.
The best way to help the children is, there was a question somebody asked me in that manner during my this thing, because I live in US. They asked me before I took the job that supposing a student came to me and told me she was...
Auntie, Kini, take your time. It keeps going off and on. So I need to pick somebody's call.
All right.
Won't go off and on, gone. The bank bomb, won't go off and on, gone. Hey, they're too sorrow. So people keep saying they can't hear you very well. Maybe next time, Taba Mashe show if you are where you can really talk very well. People can hardly hear you. I am even trying to pick words too. All right, sis. Eshe gone. Okay, I'm calling somebody who said she wants to share an experience. Then probably after this we can. All right, sis.
Auntie Adunni, are you ready for me now?
Yes.
Hello?
Stop this number. Stop this number, okay? This is the number to call in when I'm doing show.
I was the one calling you the other number. Stop calling me. Stop calling me. I didn't have this one.
Oh, yeah, start this one.
Don't worry, no problem.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. You are ready.
This is a live experience. So it happened to my immediate older sister. She was 84 just last week.
She's 84.
From one. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
She was in Form 1 in secondary school in Lagos. And my father put her with her younger brother in Lagos. The man has 3 wives, not that it's only one wife. And he attempted to rape my sister. My sister just immediately the following day, she got off from Lagos, boarded a vehicle, and went to meet my father in Ibadan. My father that was how they believed her. For her to have and she has never traveled alone. So they believed her. So my father now had to change her to somewhere else, and they gave her boarding accommodation in Queen's College. And she even wrote a book. This lady was 84 last week. She wrote a book and published it when she was 70. And the name of this uncle, she put it there. She didn't miss any words, though, because it was a true story.
Is your uncle still alive?
What I tell you is that this thing has been known for years, but people were keeping quiet.
Ben, Auntie, so is the uncle still alive?
Stop.
Auntie?
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. When is the uncle still alive?
My father died in 1978 and he died maybe about 2 years later.
But our mom was alive.
And we are the book. So this is a live story.
Short flag the TikTok,
my name. I don't want to put my name because people will know me. Most of my students are there with you. I always follow you. So no problem. And
TikTok, resume.
Okay. Odabo.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ sí TikTok tó sá lọ? Wàhálà TikTok yìí pọ̀ díẹ̀ o. Okay, we are back on TikTok. TikTok yẹn kọ̀ lọ ni o, so apologies for that. I love what mommy said. She said they wrote a book. They put the man's name in the book of life. His children, grandchildren, we know that their grandpapa, their papa used to be Afikpabanilopo. Rí pé yẹn náà dá. The man collected name.
Yes. I'm glad that lady shared that part, because somebody was commenting earlier that women should allow men to marry more wives. That man has 3 wives. And then I was replying the comment, and the person was attacking me, saying I'm not listening to the truth until they allow.
So is it about marrying 3 wives? People
will find different excuse for a name. That they will find different things to say about this rubbish. Even if someone married 10 wives, doesn't stop them from. Even if you marry 1 wife, is it your niece, the child that you call your own, that you adopted, that you should be doing that too?
Hi. So marrying 3 wives will make a man stop.
Excuses for these bad behaviors.
Is it a man that commented that or a woman?
I don't know who the person is. The thing is just a user, whatever. It doesn't have a name. The person just kept commenting. And another thing I wanted to say.
Boya ni Tony can bring up. All for one? Is it all for one?
No, it's just the name just said a user or something like that. It doesn't have a name. Another thing I wanted to say, ma, because these things is deep-rooted issue. If you ask a lot of men in their 30s and above who disvirgin them, they will tell you is one abuser, a woman. So this thing is not limited to male only. Perpetrator can be male or female. So trust nobody, suspect everybody, safeguard any children, young adults around you.
Apart from safeguarding, your children should be able to talk to you. Look out for signs. When a child is going through something, the signs are there. True. The signs are there, except you are not observant. If something is going on with your child or with a child under you, the signs are there. A child that is once lively will withdraw.
Yes, another thing is, people,
most people may not be aware of this. It's not just adults, right? There's child-on-child sexual abuse, because when you are abused, it happens two different ways. This is how victim react. Is either you will react. You know, when people are abused, when someone wants to touch them, they don't want you to touch them, even if they're your boyfriend, like that lady said. But to some victim, they actually end up being a perpetrator. They end up doing worse to other people.
To other people. Thank you.
So this is almost people that do these things is because that happened to them, and that's why it could be a child like them that even started abusing them. So even leaving your children, because all these new Japa people and all that chasing shifts, leaving children with friends, you don't know what those children are exposed to. You don't know what they are exposing your children to, because these are brain develop different with different stages. Brain still grow as you grow. Prefrontal lobe doesn't develop till after 25. So when a child is abused, they are bound to react in different ways. So people need to be careful. If you know you can only afford to have one child, I always say this, you know, you can live long, your marriage might be perfect, but as a woman, as a man, always have a child that you can single-handedly take care of. The number of a child, even if your husband is amazing, you have money, if anything happens, that you alone can actually take care of these children if anything happens. Because why? People will always say, oh, the victim as well, maybe the woman, they can't leave that situation, they don't have economic power or whatever. This is the problem. Because the society kept getting messed up day by day, and these things are happening, not just in our society, even with the English.
Somebody say they become hypersexual because that's the only way they can reclaim their power back. Child-on-child molestation is more common than we think.
It is. That is it. And then those child become an adult that do worse. Look at the story of Didi. Didi was an utter boy. He was abused. He was an utter boy. He was abused as a child. You see how he carried on in life.
We are not talking about marriage here. For marriage is everything is not about marriage. We are talking about people being traumatized in life. And are you done, sis?
I'm just honest. The story of the lady that came up originally is just really upsetting. That's why I'm not talking much.
That is even the real story of this show.
Because that's another thing. You see, religion, people need to stop. We need to stop. A lot of narcissist people, they are now using religion.
They are hiding under religion. I want to be religion.
You know, there's a particular church you talk about. I've been following you for years, man, from Facebook. I just found you on TikTok. There's a particular church you go to before that you were talking about. You see how easy it is to become a pastor in that church.
Yeah. And do you know there is a case against them that we are not hearing anything about it anymore?
This is the problem. Is it not one of the pastors in that church that was doing it to his own child? And
no, not even that one.
The child was doing drugs. And the mother knew still doing husband and wife with that kind of man.
No, because church must not hear. It must not come. They are believers. They must not know what is going on. If you are looking at people who cover things most, it's Christians. We are not saying this with any apology. They cover a lot.
In this UK now, there's another case in this UK because there's another guy on this talk doing what you're doing. There's another case in this UK. Literally, this girl came to this country to study. The mother struggled to send her here. She was doing so well, but do you know she was captured by a pastor in the church, a woman. Literally make this girl, just isolate her, even from her own mother. The girl cut her mother off. It's so crazy that people are seeking her for this girl. She's not an adult, right? But this is how far they can go. They will isolate you. They will pick you. And this girl only met the daughter of this pastor in uni. And this is how she met her doom.
So what happened to her?
Stop trusting religion.
So what really happened to her? She stopped communicating with her parents or what?
She stopped communicating because it starts from her doing so well, setting herself or trying to do outside activity. And then she went on with this friend from school. And then the parents happened to be a pastor, the woman. And then the next thing, the woman started doing like a mother. The next thing, when the mother started realizing that she's
like she's not like she used to be before. She even dropped out of school or something like that. And then the mother will call and then to tell the pastor that what are you doing to my child? This is not fair. And this girl will be telling the mother to apologize, that that's her mother. Everybody respect her. You know, when these people, I'm telling you, there's one I know that even people with PhD, this woman is controlling them. They can hear me right now. I went and do my set so that people on my account can see I'm online, because a lot of them in that church, they follow me. And I don't care. And I'm
Which
coming
church?
here one day.
Is it my ex-family? Or another church?
Your ex-family. It's always your ex-family people.
She said it's always my ex-family people. Really?
Yeah, it's always them. And it's crazy. In fact, that one is the level they are going to now is not even longer. They're not even calling God.
I see you.
They're not doing witchcraft to control people. They're not doing crazy things, tormenting people. You dare not talk. You see people in church, they will even go as far as if you try to speak out, they set you up, they make you look like the bad one, so that if you talk, nobody will want to listen to what you have to say. This is how far they go to. So let's just try and listen to people and have some empathy.
Yeah.
It goes a very long way. Have some empathy and stop trusting. See, the best thing you can do when you are in the abroad, just go to all these Anglican or even Catholic. Just go to white church. Just go.
Church that is not owned by one man.
Please stop doing that. No matter how big the domination or the organization is, stop. It doesn't end well. Because there's a lot, that behavior that we have in Africa that they are covering, they will still bring it out and expand it, and they will be covering even professional. These people, most of these, your ex-family, they're actually professionals. Professionals, social workers, doctors, professional, that they know that this thing is not good, and they are doing it and they are covering it up. So I always advise you, when you come in, stay away from all these churches. I was a victim for years. I spent years there. One day I'm coming here, share my story. Stay away from these churches. Don't do you any good.
I love the boldness that people are coming out to talk.
Yeah. Do you know one day, I faced my abuser. When I realized what she was doing, for years I was always making an excuse, thinking, oh, pray for her. Maybe it's just when you're doing the work of God, or may devil use me.
Thank you.
And then the next thing, one day she was like, oh, I don't know why this girl is doing this to me. And I went in front of everybody, and I said, do you want to apologize? She was shocked, she was shaking. 50 years ago, I said, do you want to apologize? Why are you trying to still make me look as if I'm the bad one? You knew what do you want to apologize? This is the problem, because they victimize people. They have a way of talking behind that. By the time they carry out their plan, you will not want to believe, because you would think that if you go in for the first time, they are so nice, they are so lovely. Look at how they did to that lady. Oh, I'm your father now. I know this. Talking nice. You will trust them. This is grooming. This is what they do.
They groom victims to depend on them, trust them.
By the time they strike, you'll be shocked, and then you're wondering who will believe you how nice they are. And they carry on for so long, and the sad part is they never stop. They never stop until they are locked up.
Yes.
Or trailer hit them, because that's my prayer for them.
They do more
damage than good. They damage people. And now churches are even now becoming cults.
Yeah, that's what I see them as fraternities now. I see them as cults now.
They go as far as to go to Babalawo to get some power. Once they see vision for you, and people need to know God for themselves. Once they tell you once vision like this, you believe them. The next thing, you're roped in. Now their breathing ground is this TikTok now.
They are too much on TikTok. In the evening.
You need to know God for yourself, because somebody is giving you message, giving you vision. That this thing is psychology. As you sit here right now, I can start saying something to you now. You'll be like, oh, so you can see vision. It's psychology. And then people play into their hand and say things, and they start saying things that you believe them. Know God for yourself. Never run with what they preach to you. No, and because they are preaching, they are speaking in tongues, doesn't mean they are not going to covens at night.
Samuel said, I know they believe anything. It be like saying, me and you, they inside same WhatsApp now. Because all these their story and faboos. Now, I just look at it and say, Emma Toranyi. It be like saying, me and you, the same WhatsApp group now. Thank you very much. I think I just
You're
note.
doing well. God, you continue to uphold
Thank you,
you. Please
Yemi. I will follow all of
please
you now
create
when
a
I'm done.
support group for shape, please. Because even a mother, you know, when you're in those kind of environment for a long time, the abuse has been, even the mother has been abused. Not sexually or any way, but you know, the control, the coercive, the manipulative, the backhand talker. Even now that they are speaking up, people are going to be hating them, seeing them on the street and talking to them. So there need to be like a form of support to just support her, to know that she's heard and she can still speak out.
And she's still going to come. I'm very sure she will still come and tell us more.
To stop other people from being victims.
Yes.
To stop this person.
The talking out is even healing on its own, you know.
It is.
So I want to implore you guys. Yeah. It takes boldness, hey.
It takes a lot of courage. You know one man that I love so much in Nigeria, Timi Dakolo.
Yeah.
That man, oh my God.
Bisola's husband.
Yes, that's a man every man need to emulate, because a lot of men will be like, keep quiet, I can't face it.
I can't face the embarrassment.
That's the thing. And then you see some people, even if men speak out, you see men like they'll be like, they don't abuse men, and you're the one that enjoy it, don't speak. This is not normal. Let's normalize speaking. Now this us culture is the reason why these people thrive in their abuse,
and why things are getting worse in our community.
But they'll believe that you can't talk and nobody will believe you. That's the problem.
Thank you very much. So thank you, everyone. Anybody want to talk before I round up so that we can stop? We are almost done, like almost 4 hours. So I think at this point.
Hi, Auntie. I just want to say thank you for the live.
Thank you, Lola.
This space.
Thank you.
First of all, we're calling from London, my friend and I, and we've just been listening in. And I just want to give a little bit of insight. I don't want to talk too long. But that other lady that came on, that started, first of all, first mistake. She came on your live, cut the lady off in the middle of her crying, and didn't offer her any form of compassion. That's number one. The second fault, outside of not offering her compassion, she now states it is women that are to blame, which is fine. That's her own personality.
Opinion.
That's her own opinion. We don't know the home she's come from.
And we don't know what she's gone through too.
And we don't know what
that make her feel every blame should be on women. I think something is not. I think she has an issue.
She has her own trauma. Exactly.
I think she has her own trauma too. That's what I think.
What she has done, let me tell you what these things do to victims. You steal their voice before you even give them any form of liberation. You have stolen her throat. When how you raise your children is how you tell them to talk. You give them their voice from childhood. Children are not respected in Nigerian homes. We say children are meant to be seen and not heard.
God bless you. I love this.
Touches them from outside. How would you tell? They'll just be looking at you like Mummy, because you have told them you are not allowed to have a voice in this house, right? And you told your children that, and that's how you've trained them to be silent. That's how you train them to die in silence. These people come on social media, they have no clue about the amount of people that, number one, die every year, get unalived every year by their own hand, by the unalive word, the S word. I can't say because I don't want the life to come off.
Yes.
And we don't know how many people die alone due to trauma. These people come online and they take their voices. Why? Because they're the problem. Churches is like a peer pressure group. You cannot speak against the leader because he's the parent of the house. He is our daddy. And daddy in our eyes is our perfection. That's why God is going to continue to show these people, because God has told you people, you don't make an idol out of any human being. You go to church to listen to the word and to absorb the Holy Spirit. You don't go there to make gangs. You don't go there to make a cult. And if someone comes to tell you something, you listen and then you make your judgment. But we are
Go ahead.
But our culture has trained them from a young age. Emma Sorrow, you just watch, you don't talk. So when something bad happens, I remember as a young, I will see something bad happen, but I know my mom will beat me if I talk too much. I will see something that's inappropriate. Look at all these old men. Do you know how many old men came behind my mom's back to give me their business card? I was less than 10. Even in my 20s, men in their 80s, my uncle's friends will come when my uncle, they'll watch my uncle, their friends, though, they will watch him leave their house, come back around the compound to give you a business as call me anytime. And then that woman has the cheek to say women are the problem. Let me tell you how many men are gay and part of the LGBT community right now because they were touched by men. This is not just women. Our sons and our boys are being touched by pastors and men. And that what happens, it affects your sexuality. Why? Because if you're a baby and you're a child at 4 years old and you were touched by a man, you're going to grow up having sexual feelings for a man. So it's not just about women. This is not a gender thing. This is between good and evil. This is between predators and victims. And predators know they're perfect victims. Predators have a scent. Victims have a scent on them that predators follow. They're like shark. When you cut your hand and you put blood in the water and edge, shark is going to come and find it. That is what a predator is. They have their perfect victims, and their victims are people that come from vulnerable spaces, people that were grown up in orphanages, foster homes, abusive homes, right? People that were born in abusive homes. Predators know that these children are not safeguarded properly,
yes,
and not protected. That's why they go for them. So already, if those children know they're not protected and they know, well, if I talk, mommy is going to beat me, guess what? It continues. It continues, and what happens? That now invites more predators in your life because you stay quiet the first time. Let me tell you about this whole Diddy and R. Kelly thing. This thing started from his house. His elder sister touched R. Kelly and his brother. There were two brothers. It was R. Kelly and it was his brother. The elder sister touched them both. One boy went on to not touch other people. What happened to the other brother, R. Kelly? He went on to do the exact same thing. Why? Because it is a cycle, generational curse. What you don't stop, what you don't shine light on, what you don't hold the perpetrators accountable for. It's going to continue in your bloodline, and it's going to stay like that because you have silenced the victim, and you have given light to the devil, and the devil's going to run what? He's going to run a mockery of your
to the perpetrators. This one we are calling devil. There is nothing called devil. It's human beings. Okay?
Yes.
Let's say it as it is. To the perpetrators, no devil is anywhere. People decide to do what they want to do.
No, you're right, man. People decided, they picked their victims, and they decided, this girl doesn't have a protector. This boy doesn't have him.
Nobody to fight for them.
Nobody to fight for him. Nobody. His parents are already beating him. His parents are already. If you go and question all those people that go to that Pastor Tobi Adegboyega's church, those students, they were looking for something. They were looking for love.
Yes.
Their parents were they will not go to church. The pastor will touch them. What home are they coming back to? They will stay in that church and they will chop it like that. Why? Because they have made their church their family. All they're looking for is love. A lot of people, you see, church is like a hospital for the sick. People come there to look for healing. They come there to look for love. They come there to get rid of their trauma. And what do you now do? As a human being, you decide, yes, so I'm going to listen to all their problems, find out their weaknesses,
Lola,
find out their vulnerabilities, and use it against them.
Lola, please hold on. I need to attend to somebody's comment here. Ronke Komolafe, you said, you also have no right to judge her perspective. She spoke based on her experience. Then she should not have attacked somebody's story too, by going for a story of somebody who said she was an orphan and she had no choice than to live with those people. She should have talked based on her own experience and speak out. That is where we started. I was like, no, don't go for that person. This is a victim too. Okay? We weren't judging her. She has not even finished telling her own story before she went for that person's story and said women are the fault of everything going on. And she started talking of dating somebody or somebody wanting to date somebody and the wife coming for them. So it was not even relating to what we are discussing. Okay? Nobody judge her, but we said don't go for somebody's story. I don't want victims being beaten again on my own page. And I stand on that.
For me, we're not judging her, but we're saying how can holding somebody accountable with judgment? I expected that lady to come on, and the first thing I expected that lady to lead with was her heart and her emotions and her empathy of what she had just used her ears to hear. But she didn't. She did the complete opposite, and that is a prime example of how 80%, yes, I'm going to go as far as high as 80% of parents in Nigeria are. Nigeria is not a country that respects children. I'm very sorry.
You are right. Don't be sorry.
You don't
Lola,
treat your children well.
Lola,
this is why outside is going to show them, because you don't treat your children well.
Lola, don't be sorry. You are saying absolute truths. Most Nigerian homes don't respect children.
They don't respect
Children don't
and
have
this is
voice.
proof of it. Yeah.
Children are not considered emotional beings.
As
You
they're
are saying the right thing.
Exactly.
Most Nigerian homes.
They give platforms to the abusers. They'll send them to church. They'll say, yes, Baba this, Baba this. It's not just our girls. They'll say, kilo what? Why did you wear that? That he came to talk to you. I said boys are getting M word and essayed. Boys. To the point where they're in their 30s now and they're confused about their sexuality, whether they're straight or bi. Why? Because from a young age they were touched. They weren't able to process their feelings of what they were feeling. Kids are not meant to feel horniness or sexual arousement. And these adults, grown-ass adults, that are meant to be accountable for their action, but you as adults are telling children to be accountable. What were you doing in the room? Why were you with an adult? You're telling a child to be more accountable and have more wisdom than an adult that's lived on this earth for 30 years.
Somebody said my mom is in the hands of one pastor since 20 years ago. She doesn't bother to care for we the children. Lola, oh yeah, round up.
So what I'm rounding up and what I'm going to say now is
she prefers to go to church.
It starts from the support system and it starts from home. And why I brought up the topic of married women earlier is that some children come home and tell their parents that, you know what, this stepfather, this man you've brought home has touched me. The man will say no, because they're not ready to leave their husband. They're not ready to leave their man. So they've turned the child into that enemy. They've turned the child into that enemy. Shut up. You didn't see, you didn't do anything. I've seen it in front of me where children have come crying that he touched me, he did this, and the mom have told him, shut up, go to bed. Who touched you? Because they are not ready to sign divorce paper. That's all I want to say. Listen with your ears. Like, you have 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen with that ratio to victims, please. God bless you, ma. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lola. God bless you too. You see, somebody said my mom is lost to a pastor for the past 20 years. She's not even bothering to care for the children. She preferred to go to church. And somebody responded, you can free her. There are some people you cannot free. Something is tying her down to that church. It's just like a case of somebody that a child has gone far with pastor. She's an adult child, and this child said, I prefer pastor to my parents. A lot is happening, and it's like they always say. And I want to go back to Sheyi's case. It's Sheyi that made me to start this video in the first place, and we are not stopping here. We want as many that has experience. If that pastor wants to talk to us, the platform is open. I've tried to call, but I'm not sure he will, because we were asking questions. I've tried to call, I've tried to send a message, no response. Lola, thank you for your wonderful contribution. Most of these things start from home. We have been talking about starting parenting talk on this page, and I think we have to take it serious for the younger ones, younger parents. See, most of adults today that are traumatized, go and ask 99.9% of them. They will tell you their parents failed them at a point. I'm not saying all of them, but most of them. Because the parents they don't have that listening here. The child is scared to talk. The parents are too this, they are too that, they are too busy. I have had a case of a child telling the parents, this is what your brother did to me. Not an outsider. Your brother did to me. And, they keep it in the family. And the guy continued until that girl was really, really traumatized all through her life and became an adult. And when she became an adult, she cut everyone off. And, they don't know, they are asking why she has to do that. I said she has every valid reason to cut every one of you off. Seeing you is trauma for her. Because when you needed to fight for her, you didn't fight for her. Some parents will hear this. Like Lola said, I have had somebody say, it was even on this social media, where a lady was asking advice and said, my husband is sleeping with my daughter. Now I need to choose between my marriage and my daughter. And I saw a lot of women on that platform on that day saying, send your daughter away. Send your daughter away. And I'm like, Egbadusha, because we want to keep a marriage. So if we now take back to that our sister, that our women too are part of the problem. Send that woman, send your daughter away. I said, really? Send your daughter away for a man. I don't care if this is his father. I don't care whoever the man is. instantly marriage yẹn end síbẹ̀ kò wá end síbẹ̀ o èmi àti ọlọ́pàá ló máa bá wa yanjú ẹ̀ ọlọ́pàá máa kó everybody last ni ìyẹn tí mi bá gún pa I don't want to say it in English máa gún pa kò ní fi ara rẹ̀ lọ no kò possible kì í ṣe mi máa gún pa ọmọ mi ẹni tó ń bá mi sùn bọ́mọ tí mo bí sùn.
Auntie Aduni, thank you so much.
So you're welcome. So please.
Another thing I want to say, Auntie Aduni, is like because you said we're still gonna bring Sheyi back.
Yes.
Because
if she wants to.
If she wants to, because we need to look further apart from that Pastor Olawanle. What other pastors, they are all contributors as well. Because a lot of people, when Sheyi cried out, she spoke to many of them and then they did not listen. They even tried to cover up. So we need to look at that, our community as well. How the pastors, they've been covering up for themselves or whatever they call themselves.
It is not as if they don't believe her. Most of them are into that. So they won't want to talk about it. Then this, their nonsense slogan, touch not my anointed. Where when one of them commits a crime, they will say he fell into it. It was a trial of faith of his faith. You understand that slogan they always bring out when they do something bad, and this happens only in our community. In a same community, if you can make a report, any but in our own community, they will say he's been tempted or something. You know all this slogan. And they will try and be like, let us pray for him. So it is not as if they don't know that person is doing it. They know, but they are more interested that the church must not go down than that person that is traumatized. I don't want to say that in English. The person can go as well and buy himself or herself. It doesn't concern them. As long as the church of God, that's the way they put it. The way when I'm talking now, this is my platform, what I do on my platform. If you read comment, they will say this woman is trying to bring the church of God down. Blah, 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 blah. They don't even care.
They're even doing good than what they have.
Every day, I am satisfying my conscience. So I don't even care whatever they say. They say, she's trying to bring the church of God down. They are not looking at the damages. The damages they are doing to people. They don't care. I have seen traumatizing comments on my page where they will say, Shebi, the one was even saying, Shebi Wigwe, the father, the Igwe pai, the wife pai, the son pai, the man the family has moved on. As far as they are concerned, they feel I have not moved on. That is why I am doing what I am doing. But honestly, I don't blame them. Because their brain, their prefrontal cortex is fully damaged. They don't know. They are not normal. You cannot be under all these Pentecostal pastors and reason very well. Co possible. You cannot be under them and have your logic intact. You cannot have empathy. You will know how to lie. You don't know what is called sympathy. You don't know what is called human feelings once you are under them. So I understand where they are coming from. And that is why I'm not bothered. I don't even care. So that is who they are. And it is their way to shut you up. The way they are being shut up in the church. It is their way to say, stop talking. So they bring every, crazy comments. And I'm like, hey, Badun, that's the way I end it today. And it is just the kind of society. Apart from religion, even culturally, there are some things people will tell you don't say. So that you will not stain the family. You will not stain kinikon. It is just our society. And I don't think, with the way things are going, it's not going to remain the same. It is no more the same.
Their family is going through. No, not at all.
You said what?
They don't care about the pain.
No, they don't. They don't. Meanwhile, in this other side of the world, when they hear this kind of a thing, they will give you somebody that will counsel you. They will make you go through therapy. they will make sure they work it with you because they know it is a trauma. We don't know what is called trauma in our society. Talk less of even knowing how to address and help people that are traumatized. Instead, we will be like, you don't have to bring everything out. And that person is expected to bottle it in and act normal. That is why we have a lot of damaged people.
After the first time when I spoke, a lot of people called me to say, what is your own? Oh, that it don't talk again, that's enough, that I should not say anything again. But I said, you know what? No. It shouldn't be. Because this young girl, I know her right from when she was so young, and I know she's been traumatized and she's still going through it. No, I'm not gonna keep quiet, and that's me. So if you don't want me to say anything out, just don't do anything that is wrong where I am. Not everybody is perfect, but at least there are some things that are.
No, you see, let's keep saying not everybody is perfect. When we are talking about this perfect thing, they keep using to cage people. I don't like that statement. You know why? When people say nobody is perfect, in other words, stylishly, we are beginning to excuse some attitude of some people in what they have done. When you're talking about perfection, you are talking about the way I do things and all that. Not when I deliberately hurt others.
No, this one is too much.
When I deliberately, purposely, knowing what I am doing is bad and I keep on it and you say nobody is perfect. No, this has got nothing to do with perfection or not being perfect. No.
I agree with you. Because they even have their own children. Nobody there go near their own children. Their own family, like they keep them away. They guide them jealously and do what is wrong to their family. So is that
all right? Let me take this last caller, then we end up and we end it here now.
Thank you,
almost 4 hours. Thank you very much, everyone. If the last caller can still pick, the person has been calling me Omo. Wow. I'm calling you back. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 times. Sorry, I didn't know you were calling. Now I'm calling you back. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. And thereby, they continue their wickedness. This is not about perfection or no perfection. This is about people who are doing nonsense and wickedness. All right, the person is not calling back. He's not picking. So, okay. Ma, can we call after? We want to share a story. Okay. So, here is Sheyi's case. If they have to fight the case, it's going to be in UK there. I will link Sheyi up with Oliroti to give professional advice on what to do. I don't know what Sheyi really wants. If this is all about justice or all about pouring her out, and getting the load off her chest. So I will leave that to her. But I will link her up with Oliroti if she wants professional advice on what to do, if she wants rather to be put on Dele, the pastor Dele, Kiloruko again, Olawanle. And hopefully, if Olawanle is getting to see this video, if there is more to the story, he can earn on his own.
Lawyer.
Eh?
As a pastor, Adegboyega's lawyer.
Tobi Adegboyega's lawyer. Pastor Tobi Adegboyega's lawyer. He can put on his own something or go to Daddy Freeze, their friend, and speak concerning what is being discussed here. The accusation against him, allegations that he abused a young lady when she was young. She said so many things happened and she's traumatized today. We are looking forward if they get to see it. And if they want to ignore, no problem. If whatever the lady wants to do, it's on her. But like I said, this platform is still open to her if she's ready to talk more and speak more. Not only because of herself, to help others. So that parents who are thinking somebody is a mentor, the same thing, like people thought Tobi Adegboyega is a mentor. And today we know better. So that they can take a cue from what is going on here. Of course, I don't know the English of that one. So at this point, you guys will really let me go. I have sat for 4 hours. My body is aching. Thank you, my darling sister. I'm giving Sheyi, if she's still here listening to me, I'm hugging you. My darling sister, the other lady, I don't want to mention her name. She's my baby. I'm giving her a hug from here too. And everyone, thank you for your contribution. The people that have spoken, the people that have told us one or two things.
Before you go, we need more people that can help you, please. If there's anybody that can help
I think you said she has a foundation.
She's just getting it together now.
Oh, okay.
Just getting it together now.
You do also. Thank you. Okay, she's just getting. If she's done with it, let her know. I mean, let us know.
Okay. And then please, like you said, I know that she wants justice. She's not here right now, and we've spoken a lot of times. I know what she wants.
Okay.
Please, because we don't really know. She doesn't really know how to go about it.
Okay.
You know how to go about it. Please, she needs help. Please.
Okay.
She's still being traumatized. She's still going through therapy. She needs help. She needs justice. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So, let's talk after the show. Okay. Ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ after the show.
Okay, man. No problem.
Yeah, somebody is calling. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ ní sùúrù.
Chaduni.
Ma.
Quick one.
Okay.
I
should put you are on speaker.
Anybody, don't let anybody call your child, your male son or your your female daughter, ìyàwó mi. No, that's where some things starts. They'll be calling them ìyàwó mi. It's like grooming. Because ìyàwó won't be by you. Let's say it right in front of your child. That's a part of grooming. And don't let anybody be buying gifts for your children unnecessarily when it's not their birthday, when there's no special occasion. That's part of grooming. Or can your child go out with me? I have some program. No, don't have any program. If I'm not there, none of my children is going anywhere with anybody, including my grandchildren. I always ask them questions. You see this space? This is called private area. Nobody should touch your Willie or your Susie. The girls own are Susie. The boys own are Willie. So that's a quick one. Don't let anybody groom your children. Don't leave your children unattended that there's a church seminar. There's people there to watch them. No. 2 minutes, something can go wrong. No sleepover. If you tell them to go to sleepover, do you know the person there? Do you know them too well?
Such something chick. I saw your comment. Thank you so much.
No, don't let your children go for sleepover.
Well, that's why about you.
Being single parents, and that's who they prey on. If they know the children don't have father figures, is then they'll be preying on the children and like grooming them. Don't let anybody groom your children. Please to get
don't say Willy. Say Susie. Give it the real name, actual names. Somebody say don't call it Willy. Call it the actual name for them.
No, that's your private area. The private area, I want nobody to touch it. And even your daddy can't touch you anywhere. If you're not comfortable, let them know. Your teacher in the school, your school nurse, your anybody, even your school bus driver. Don't let anybody groom your children. And they think they will think you are too oversensitive. Let them call it. Let them call you helicopter mom. You are one. That's your future. That's your life. You say your husband, you don't want to leave your marriage because of your children are your tomorrow. That man can go anytime with another woman. Your children are yours forever. So don't say, do you need to ask that stupid question? If I'm there when she's asking a question, I will slap her. And I will proclaim it to everybody. Don't let anybody from your children. Don't sleep over. No Iyawomi, no Okomi, no nothing. No. Call them by their names. Don't accept unnecessary gifts from anybody. No. Don't do it.
Thank you, sis.
Thank
you so much.
And some people will be home. Some people will be downstairs. They'll be molesting their kids upstairs. Always sneak on people. Always sneak around the house.
That sounds somehow.
Sneak around the house. When that kind of a thing is happening under your nose, the child will think that's the right thing because you are downstairs. Somebody is doing it upstairs. So she'll think he or she would think that's the normal thing. If my mom could be home, if my parents could be home, and somebody is doing this to me, it means it's normal. No, it's not normal. And don't entertain unnecessary uncles and aunties. Outsiders won't come to your house to molest your children. It's
People close to you.
It's somebody they're familiar with.
Yes.
It's somebody they are close to. It's too close for
It's somebody they see with
we
you.
should all see red signs.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I'm sorry I'm screaming. I'm just like,
I know you are talking with the passion of a mother. I understand. You are talking because of the passion of a
you
mother.
understand? When it comes to children, I'm always very,
I'm just like you. When it comes to children, that's when you see my body vibrating.
You will see red flags. Your kids that has been bubbling, that has been very, very active, all
brilliant
of a
in
sudden,
school.
the child calls up and it's like kind of withdrawn. He doesn't want to be around anybody. He's playing with toys, or when the child is touching a toy unnecessarily, why it's not supposed to touch it, ask him or her, who made you touch it? Is anybody touching you in this place? We should all be aware of our surroundings. Don't entertain any. Call the person. Look, this your uncle is coming to live here. If he does anything that he's not supposed to do to you, report him to me. The uncle will go. If he's not comfortable, if he's that kind of a person, he'll say, "Ashiri utitu, afesefe." Somebody said, "I feel insulted." Allah, Emma Soto, sorry, Thank you, Auntie Adonai.
Thank you, sis. I don't think we can. This something should safeguarding. Yes, it's just about safeguarding and keeping your children. There was this story they told me about how they find out, social workers find out if a child is being abused. They say they give them a toy, either a boy or a girl, minors. They will give them a toy and watch them from afar, how they will be playing with that toy. Whichever way they play with that toy, they call it a name, I can't remember now. Oliroti is not here with me. She would have reminded me. They say once they give them the toy, the children, they watch from afar how that child is playing with the toy. That will tell them what that child is going on, what is going on with that child. We just keep breeding. Except we are lying to ourselves, we don't want to be truthful. Most of our people grow up with abuse. Play therapy. God bless you, Bolaji. God bless you. Play therapy. Thank you so much. Play therapy. They will give the child a doll and the child will be playing it. They said the child that is growing up under physical abuse, where the parents are, the child will show it the way the child will be playing with the baby, with the dolly, either beating the dolly, tearing the dolly, or doing something. That means child is growing up with violence. The child that is being abused, S-wise, maybe will start touching the places the child is not supposed to touch with the dolly. Thereby, they get to know, something is going on with this one, and they investigate further, and they won't be far from the truth by the end of the day. So please, let us be who we are. Let us be parents that we are to our kids. When you see kids that are damaged today, or adults, like I think Lola mentioned it, that if you see a child, somebody that is an adult today that said, that is a girl, and say, I don't want to marry, I want to be a lesbo. It started from somewhere. Something has gone wrong with them. They don't just wake up to do it. Somebody gets to a certain age and say, I don't want to have a woman, I want to have a man instead. It started from somewhere. It didn't just start overnight. They didn't just make up that decision. So, and unfortunately, it's becoming rampant. And so please, I'll just enjoy every parent watching me today. You have a role to play in your children's life. You have a big role, especially at this dispensation where we think is safe, is no more safe for children. Where you think is a safe haven, where you think is a home, where you think is a house of God, is no more what it is. The rest is left to you. Whatever choice you make, the outcome, the price, you are going to bear it. And on this note, I think I've really, really tried today. So I was supposed to do 2 shows today, but definitely not anymore. Thank you, every one of you. God bless you and have a wonderful week as we end it today. Thank you, Lola. Thank you, Imorolagba. every day is Christmas. Thank you. And Yemi, thank you everyone that came to join us. So I will still communicate with Sheyi. I will still communicate with her definitely. So this is not ending anytime soon. So can you nice day, everyone. Bye-bye. Nice evening.